Incredible news, folks. The randomizer is back. Better late than never. And we are kicking off what I realized is season 7 of the randomizer with 3 very special guests. They are, of course, the 3 finalists in the So You Think You Can Tout competition. Kicking us off right away, we're going to have Alex Cups. We're going to have PPR Tyler today. We're going to have Tony Squares. The wheel, 18 rounds prompts, some of them from you guys, some of them from the writer's room. We're going to have a fun time today. I'm Pete Overzet. Season 7 of the randomizer starts.
Randomize! Never made it as a tight end.
How is that?
Wow.
No one has ever seen a bigger dick.
He's a good hardball product.
She's such a good fucking girl.
We're no strangers to love.
When it comes to sports trivia, I am the man.
I have no idea what's in granola. I thought it was just granola.
Emo Cowboys coming for you, John Daigle.
They say I'm getting a little bit older. That streaming's a young man game.
Welcome to the randomizer. Pete, take it away.
All right, before we get to Alex Cups here in the wheel, we have some quick housekeeping. I need a few more people to join this draft. I tip people off in the Discord. This is a private $3 draft. We're not going to ruin the integrity of Best Ball Mania or the Fast Puppy with some wild picks. So you can see here on the screen, you go to this 12-person prizes, $32, enter it. I have already entered it here. Once you join, you can get in this draft with us. And Alex, what they'll be able to do, depending on how good at this you are, is soak up that sweet EV when you make some suboptimal picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing about the randomizer is we could come out with an all-time bad team here. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we just get to build the shipper and take home the $32. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it.
Beautiful stuff. If you guys missed it on, I believe it was Saturday night, had an awesome After Dark conversation with Alex Cups. I'm going to be having Tony Squares on After Dark tonight. We'll have PPR on Friday to wrap up that trilogy. And of course, all 3 of them on the randomizer today. While we wait for 2 more people to fill this, I got to ask, what is your history with the randomizer? How familiar are you with this show?
I wish I could say I was more familiar. I actually had my first experience just going back and watching a couple episodes yesterday in preparation just to kind of figure out what we're working with. I honestly thought when you said the randomizer, I thought it was the wheel that you guys do on ship chasing sometimes or ADP chasing where it just determines who makes the pick.
Okay.
But so very different. But yeah, yesterday I watched PPR Tyler from last year. I watched Brett Coleman from a couple years ago. I mean, talk about a challenge that's just built for PPR Tyler. That kid crushed it last year. And, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool seeing examples of what to expect. So yeah, excited.
I'll ask you this though. Frankie knows because Frankie is an OG randomizer fan. He knows what the 12 hole means in the context of this show. Do you realize what that means for us right now?
I realize it's just going to be back to back, bang, bang, every turn. We're just going to be ripping it. And then we're going to have a little bit of a lull. I think Brett also pulled the 12 hole and it was kind of a madhouse. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's it. And so this is what we're going to do. Because of it, we're going to be spinning early in each round because we're going to have to do 2 back-to-back. There are a lot of fun prompts. Some of them are kind of involved. So we will be spinning in advance to make sure we get to all of these. And I think without further ado, also excited to debut a new look app helping us facilitate the randomizer. Let's see the first spin of 2026 here for one Mr. Alex Cups. What's going to be our first prompt here? Round 1. So you think you can pout, throw a temper tantrum about the previous pick. We don't have a previous pick to select whoever you want in this round. I'll adjust it on the fly. Throw a temper tantrum about getting the 112 here. Like you are a pouty little boy who's so upset to be able to draft whoever you want here.
The 112? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I'm going to have to do 2 picks back to back.
Alex, we are not going to do a treat after dinner time. If you don't calm down right now, it's okay. It's the 112. We'll make do. We can spin another one. Do not throw your toy. Alex, do not throw that.
I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw it.
Hey, look. Hey, can I tell you something, Alex? Can I tell you something? We've had Best Ball Mania winners who have won millions of dollars drafting from the 112 slot. A few years ago, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, you had to have it. Why can't the 112 be the draft slot?
I don't care. The 112, no, not for me. We're not going to win from the 112 this year.
Elberfud, I like it there. We're going to give him the pass for this one, so we can get to the second pick here. Let's go ahead and spin again. You will get to make your first pick at 112. We'll see what the 2-1 though has in store for you. We are off to the races. Frère Joc, say the French word for cups or draft. Trevor Etienne. This one comes to us from the Coach Speak Index. Do you know the French word for cups?
So I actually do, and I think for the French prompt here, we really do need to be saying a chan, Pete, not
You're
Etienne.
Right, you're right.
That's a miss.
Trevor Etienne. I'm so sorry. I forgot. You guys change your names every other day. It's so hard for me to keep track. I apologize.
But yeah, regardless, I believe I was just in France. I don't know if that's what prompted this from Coach Speak, but it's a tasse, une tasse de café, s'il vous plaît. A cup of coffee.
And were you using this on your 3-week journey to France? Were you practicing this?
I was trying to throw in a little French here and there. But it was my French, I realized, was very poor. So they would just rather me speak English for the most part. They do. One interesting thing about France is they're very particular about how you enter a room, which I thought was interesting. Like if you come in the room, you immediately have to say bonjour. You have to. You better say
they
hi.
Throw you out.
Greet them. Well, they'll be like, no bonjour, no hello. It's crazy.
All right. You have passed both of these. We're going to give you the pass on both. We are on the clock here at 112. Who would you like?
Well, I'd like scooping that Dipperino on Justin Jefferson at 12. So let's snag JJ, and let's go ahead and snag. I want to get a running back. Let's go with Saquon. I think I like Saquon over James Cook.
Okay. How devastated were you that Frankie took Ashton Genty? You're 105.
That was pretty sick.
I mean, you almost got him there.
Yeah, that would have been a sick JJ Ashton Genty. I mean, that's just almost auto dub, auto $32 in our bank account this season, I would think.
So we start with Jefferson and Barkley. It is going to be a long time until we pick again. You know, I sometimes mention this to the randomizer participants who are in this draft room for us. Put us on our heels, because we're sitting back. We're kicking back for a little bit here until the next spin. So you guys keep the pace up here, picking. Make us scramble. You know, make me do the heavy lifting here. How is I know you famously entered 101 Dalmatian slow drafts. How is that going for you these days?
It's going. I think we're through the hellscape of still having 101 live drafts that were all in like the 120s, 130s. That time is over, which is nice. I think I'm done with probably 80 of them. So there's just like 21 that are left lagging behind, something around that number. So we're getting to the end. We're kind of seeing like every pocket 101 times, which is pretty cool. And I'm figuring out which guys I'm definitely interested in at which parts on the board right now.
And if you take Ashton Genty at 1.5, you probably, what's the math on that? You probably have like close to 40 or 50% of him.
I would. So, I mean, I do take Ashton Genty at 1.5 occasionally, but I'm not the type of guy that's like, I'm not taking him every time there. I want to get some CMC. I want to get some JS, or I guess Jason usually goes 1.5, but I want to get some CMC. I want to get a little bit of like the other guys like JJF, CD, Amon-Ra. But yeah. I think I have like 30% Ashton Genty from what I saw, 35, something like that. But my big guys from what I've seen so far are just going to be like, I might have like 80% Calvin Ridley in this format. Okay. Like I'm taking Calvin Ridley in the 170s, 180s in pretty much every draft as like my 6th wide receiver. So that's going to be the guy I've kind of come around the most on, is like, what the hell is this ADP? Yeah, there you go. I mean, another guy that is kind of, I think, part and parcel with the Genty conversation is Jeremiah Love, a guy I've really started to come around on in the early third, and just kind of appreciating the discount we're getting because of the team situation and all the ambiguity. Did your model and stuff, does it have you bullish enough on Jeremiah Love to target him in the early third, or are you concerned about all those external factors? No, I think the early third is a pretty insane value on Love this season. I think when we saw Genty go 1-2 turn last year as a rookie in arguably just as bad of a situation. Obviously, it panned out to be just as bad of a situation. We might have thought previously it wasn't going to be as bad, But I think, I mean, in terms of a model, or in terms of my model's like opinions on Jeremiah Love, he's pretty close. I can't say he is Ashton Genty because Genty's legitimately my highest graded running back ever. I think Jeremiah Love is probably like 6th. So he's around there, like right below Bijan and Saquon, but still like a legitimately awesome running back prospect. So I think this 2-3 turn is awesome value for him.
All right, we are on to the round 3 prompts. This is a fun one. Great day to name 8 ... duos from the So You Think You Can Tout's final 16, where we famously split U16 into 8 groups. For every duo missed, scroll 12 picks down in ADP for selection. Can you hit us with these 8 pairs?
It's too easy. Cups Rambus, Jiri Doozle, Neil Tony, Kamish Goofy, Chad Trev, PPR Tyler, Michael O'Hara. We got 2 more. Ooh. Who went home? Who else went home? Now it's getting interesting. Okay, hold on. Okay, Emo and Nathaniel.
Okay, you're up to 7.
We're up to 7. We're missing 1. We got squares. Oh, Zach and Brian.
The prisoner's dilemma.
There
All right,
you
there
go.
you go. That's a pass. Let's go ahead and spin for the 4th round pick. You are going to get to pick whoever you want at the top or the bottom of the 3rd round. This is for pick 4-1. Here we go. Poindexter, QCEH. Alex must make a case for who has been the biggest dynasty bust in the last 10 years while balancing a cup on his head. Go find a cup quickly. Draft CEH if the cup falls. Okay, here we go. Else draft whoever you want. Let's do this real quick. Take the cup off your head. Tell me who you want to pick for this one, and then we'll go to this prompt. Who do you want here at 312?
I think for me, what is 312? Yeah, I think for me, let's go ahead and snag Garrett Wilson here.
Okay, I'm going to put Garrett Wilson in the queue. Now we're going to go back to this. Put the cup on your head. I'm going to put CH in the queue here and make a case for who has been the biggest dynasty bust in the last 10 years.
Well, so I mean, I think the prompt is low-key giving it away. I think CH would be the biggest bust for me. He comes out graded as a pretty highly graded prospect in my model, goes at like the 1-2, 1-3 in rookie drafts, the back of the 1st in redraft his rookie season. This guy was a major bust. And I mean, he's out of the league, completely a 0. I think CEH would be the biggest bust for me in the last 10 years. And let me go ahead and snag Josh Jacobs here, please.
Okay, there we go. All right, he passes the test. The cup is still on the head. Josh Jacobs is on the roster. 4 for 4 here at the start for Mr. Alex Cups, Justin Jefferson, Barkley, Garrett Wilson, Josh Jacobs. I mean, Jacobs is an interesting one, right? Where, I mean, before all the concerns with the off-the-field stuff, he was like going up here in the early 3rd, by Kyron, by Brees. He's now sliding. It sounds like you're on the side of nothing's going to happen. He's going to play 17 games this year.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that, I guess I maybe am not up to speed on what's outstanding on the Jacobs front. Like, is there still anything legal outstanding there? I know last year there was still a lot of stuff up in the air with like Quinshon Judkins around this time. I feel like I've heard that the Jacobs thing is resolved / there aren't going to be charges. So is this just like lingering FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt about Jacobs? Or is this something else? Like, I mean, I know he's kind of dust. I know I'm not a huge fan of his, like, I guess what we saw last year. It looked like he was running in blue jeans, but I don't know. I mean, I think this value, like you said, he was going around Kyron and Brees. I'd probably even have him like argument above maybe both of them if he's going to play all 17 games. So yeah, what do you know about the latest on the Jacobs thing? Am I onto something that like this has been resolved, or is it still like outstanding? He could potentially get put on the exempt list.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the way the NFL operates, like the exempt list is always in play. But we also know that it generally requires something public facing to force Goodell's hand. Like there was rumor that there is more footage potentially of this scenario, because ultimately the league's always just managing optics in the PR and stuff. Right. And they're always going to let things play out unless, the public and the media force their hand. So no, I'm with you. Like I'm not drafting him at the 3-4 turn, but man, like, you see him here next to Javonte, Scatabo. It's hard not to think he's just an awesome value there in the middle of the 4th round.
Yeah. As much as I love Scatabo, I think it's hard for me to not take Jacobs there, just in terms of the workload and the team offense in general. But yeah, seems like a pretty good pick right now.
All right. Round 5 prompt. It's called the short sicko. Cue a short king. I'm going to find a short player here. Alex must write an on-the-fly YouTube or Instagram short for the player just selected to take who he wants. Let's go see who was just selected here. Bayshell Tootin. If you were going to script a little video right now about Bayshell Tootin for 2026 Fantasy or 2026 Dynasty, what would it be?
You want me to just give it to you real quick?
Yeah, I want it. I want the off the cuff here. And I'm going to put a little guy in the queue. Who's a little short guy I could do here?
Give me Greg Dortch in the queue.
You want? Okay, I like the pressure
Greg
there.
Dortch
Let's do Greg Dortch. Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to do Bayshell Tootin. Bayshell Tootin is the guy you cannot leave your 2026 drafts without. This guy's going in the 5th round, and he's going to be the RB1 for one of the best offenses in the NFL in 2026. This is the best value RB that you can get on your 0 RB builds. He's going to get all the work. He's only competing with Chris Rodriguez, a guy who barely got any touches last year for the Washington Commanders. It's Bayshell Tootin's time to shine, and he's going to do it in year 2.
It almost seemed like you were going to break out into the Davis Maddock voice for a second.
Bayshell Tootin's the guy you need. If you think C-Rod's going to be a thing, well, I got some snow to sell to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
No, you did good there.
I think the Davis Maddock voice is adjacent to like the engagement farming clickbait voice on YouTube Shorts. It's directionally the same.
All right, let's go ahead and spin again. I'm going to give you the pass. The chat, this is probably the point in the show where the chat starts to get on me for being a little too generous with the green. So we'll see here if we can stump you. Nerd Olympics. Here we go. Cups must teach Pete a function on Excel or Google Sheets he doesn't know anything about. If he cannot teach Pete something new, take the next player from a California team. Can you teach me something new here after you make the pick you want on the clock?
Yeah. So let's see, what do we got? We have Barkley, Jacobs, J. Jeff Wilson. Let's go with Brian Thomas Jr. Get a third wide receiver there.
All right, we're gonna put Brian Thomas Jr. in the queue. Let me see if I can get this up really quick here. It could be. This is gonna be tight. Okay, teach me something here in Excel. What do I need to do?
Do you know if statements? Do you know V lookups?
Yeah, I mean, okay. If teach me something quick.
No, it's over. I'm not an Excel guy.
Over?
It's over. I mean, we're going to talk about it anyway. There's no shot. I'm a software developer. I'm not an Excel grinder. It's just not. It's not my thing. I don't think there's anything I can teach you on 20 seconds.
I'm trying to get the next California team in here, and I'm not even. Oh my God, I didn't even get it. This is our first randomizer moment of the year. I was trying to scroll down, so I'm looking at the board here. I'm like Seattle, New Orleans, Indy, New England, Washington, Jacksonville, Cincy. I'm scrolling. I was about to get to QJ, but before I got to QJ,
Carnell Tate. I mean, this team's pretty sick. I'll take Carnell Tate.
I can't believe I just let you off the hook like that.
Chat's going to be on your ass.
I can't believe that you phoned it in. You thought that I don't have the growth mindset, the lifelong learner mentality to learn an Excel function within 20 seconds?
No. I think what I'm saying, Pete, is this is more about me than it is you. I think you might actually be just a better Excel guy than me. I don't use Excel. Like I really don't.
Oh, really? You're not an Excel guy, huh? Okay.
All my data is in a database. I'm like using Python to get it, so I'm not really, I took an Excel class in college, but it's not my forte. I'll say that much. I know a lot of people that do the data stuff are just strictly Excel. Not on my end.
Okay. And I am going to see, these are the bugs I'm going to have to work out with this because pick 6 was a fail and I didn't get it in time there to mark it as a fail. So let the record show this ticker is something I have to work on because it looks like pass. But congratulations, Cubs. You weaseled out of a punishment pick. Although how big of a punishment is QJ? He's actually one of the most polarizing players in fantasy where everybody's kind of like his ADP is a little unexplainable. Right. And yet people are excited about the Chargers offense.
Yeah, no, I think it's a pretty big punishment. I'm not doing the QJ thing this year. I know what's his ADP, like 80 something, 89, 87. Like that.
Let's see, where is he at these days? 74.8 now.
Oh my God. Okay. So he's coming up quick. he was like mid 80s, maybe like a couple weeks ago, if I'm remembering correctly from ship chasing. So that's I guess ADP wise, it's not a huge punishment, but I feel like there's a massive drop off between Carnell Tate and Quentin Johnston. I mean, are you into QJ? And I look at him, he goes 65. Someone said, thank you for the value. After we avoided the pick, someone snagged him 4 picks later.
No, I haven't. Like, I think I've maybe given him a look once on a Herbert team, like a double tap back when he was a little cheaper. But yeah, man, like I wrote about it in the Fantasy Life newsletter. I think it was the 4th of July edition, where I'm like, the Chargers offense is this fascinating thing where we all want to be in on it. We're all excited about what Mike McDaniel could do. But because of the Mike McDaniel effect, every single one of the pieces feels slightly overpriced. Hampton slightly overpriced, Ladd slightly overpriced, QJ really overpriced, like all of them. And so it's like, how do you handle that dynamic where you don't want to full fade an offense that could be the breakout offense of the year? And yet if you find every individual price tricky, it does make it difficult on how to approach that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could say the same thing about a couple offenses. Like you have the Chargers, you have the Bears, you have the Jaguars, all of them with like multiple pieces in the top like 70 picks. So I think that's tough. I don't know. I don't know the correct answer, so to say, but yeah, someone's gonna hit. And I'm hoping it's not QJ because I'll have 0%.
Okay, here we go. Sophomore Raz. Cue the next rookie or sophomore. Alex must guess whether the sophomore shown have under or over a 9.75 Raz. Get 2+ right to take whoever here. So I have to get
whoever created that prompt. I'm just going to tell you that is an insane line to put. 9.75. I mean, like we're talking like maybe 1 in 10 people are above that. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see who comes up here.
Yeah, this is another issue with a bug with my thing because it doesn't let me get back to my my screen capture here. So unfortunately, I'm going to mark this as fail just to get to my screen capture, and then we will figure this out later. I know I don't have any faith in you, but here you go. These are the players: Isaac Tesla, Quinshon Judkins, Jalen Lane, Terrence Ferguson, Emeka Egbuka, DJ Giddens, and Tyler Shuck. Who do you think here?
Okay, so yeah, you guys actually had people. I thought it was just going to be the people coming up on the board. So this is actually way more interesting because I know Tesla is right around a 9.75. I know Judkins is right around a 9.75. Oh, man. These guys are like close to the line. Okay, I'm going to say Tesla is above. I think I remember Tesla being like maybe like a 9.85, 9.9.
Yeah.
Do I get revealed or no? Okay, keep going. All right, Judkins. Okay, Tesla over, Judkins over, Jalen Lane under, Terrence Ferguson under, Egbuka under, Giddens over, Shuck under.
Dude, you just crushed that. You got every single one of those right.
Come on, baby.
Look at this. There it is right there. Nailed it. You are on the clock. We are going back and forth here trying to make sure you get your pick in. And then we got to spin again. Who do you want here? Kraft, Sutton,
all right.
Reed?
Let's snag up T-Law to go with our BTJ.
Perfect. And then let's go ahead and spin again. Oh, man, this is like peak randomizer where I start to feel stressed again. I'm trying to juggle screen shares, all this stuff, but well done there. Football star Q Cavante Turpin. To take who he wants, Cups must name the USFL team which Turpin played on before being signed by the Cowboys to take who he wants. Do you know who Turpin used to play
Go ahead and smash Cavante Turpin because I don't know a single USFL team.
Oh, no.
He's coming on down. Welcome to the squad.
Oh, no.
Ruining our perfect team, Cavante Turpin.
Producer Matt is going to be upset. He's a USFL grinder. The answer is, of course, the New Jersey Generals.
Okay, yeah. Didn't know that was a team. I'm going to be, hey, hand up. Hand up, not a USFL grinder. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yep. All right, there goes the there goes back to back there. I mean, you get the Trevor Lawrence. I mean, what an incredible pull though on those Raz. I mean,
that was sick. That was sick. That was completely vibes based. So it shows that I've spent quite a bit of time in the database looking at athleticism stuff.
I was gonna say, like, how much I think that's always an interesting conversation with the modeling with prospects of how much does athleticism matter. It ends up getting baked into draft capital. A lot of times you see these super fast guys go way high. How much signal have you found for athleticism? And obviously I think there's probably position by position distinction there as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, summarize for every position, it's minimal. Like the draft capital really does serve as like encapsulates the athleticism because the NFL obviously cares about it. So I try to not like over index on the athleticism itself. I do have a size score under my overarching like cup score for each position, but the size score only contributes, I think, 10% of the total weight to the player, with the other 90% being their production and their draft capital. So yeah, I think anytime you're getting, I don't know, you fall in love with a prospect simply because of the athleticism. So like a guy like Isaac Tesla, who we saw had like a 9.9 or something, whatever that was, and zero production. Like that's a guy that's never gonna score well in my stuff. And then I guess you could say the same thing for a guy like Christian Watson as well, who didn't have a ton of production, played in the FCS, but was insanely athletic. But that's like a rare case of one that's actually worked out to a certain extent with Christian Watson. So I'd say he's more of an example or like an exception to the rule. But for the most part, not a huge fan.
Tesla is like the perfect example for that, and how his rookie year panned out, where it was like he just sun run touchdowns because he would look like Randy Moss on like some of these fades in the red zone, but he did it on like, I think his stat line was just absurd. I mean, I'm making it up, but it was something like, 7 touchdowns on like 15 targets. Like it was like every 100%. Other target was a touchdown. So you can like luck box it in that way, but for the most part, it does not bode well for a successful fantasy career.
Yeah, one athletic freak that I still do have a little bit of an affinity for would be A.D. Mitchell, who I think, if I'm remembering correctly, was like, at least when he tested at the combine, he was, I think, the number one of like 2,600 wide receivers in terms of RAS. Like I think he has the 1 spot right now, maybe the 2 spot, but he's at the very top of like the wide receivers in terms of relative athletic score. And I guess he also was a guy that didn't really have a ton of production, but what we've seen in the league from A.D. Mitchell is that he actually looks really good on these per route metrics. So you look at the advanced metrics, and when it goes well with the athleticism, that's a guy that I actually might have a little interest in, even though he didn't like test well in the model.
There it is from Hartman, 16 catches, 6 TDs, just an absolutely absurd number there. All right, Shipperlytics.
Oh, baby.
Mike Washington, and Cups must call Rambus, give us that speakerphone, and let him know he has changed his mind on Ashton Genty and is now fading him. You have
Rambus
to
is
lie.
Gonna love this.
Oh, he's gonna love this. Let's get this on speaker.
He calls me all the time and I don't answer, so we'll see. We'll see if he answers my call. He's probably spraying right now. It's spraying hours. I'll leave him a voicemail if he doesn't answer. Rambus.
Tell him in the voicemail you're about to draft Mike Washington if he doesn't answer.
Okay.
Mailbox is full and cannot.
Oh, you hate to hear it. God, Rambus.
Wow, no, you're definitely drafting Mike Washington here, brother.
It's tough. All right.
Just let you down. All right.
Speaking of athletic freaks, Mike Washington.
Seriously. All right, here we go. Mike Washington is joining us. This one is called Sack or Sack. This is another multimedia prompt. I'm going to have to get ready here. Cue the next 3 49ers in reverse ADP order. Alex Cups must state if an image is of an iconic Sacramento landmark or an iconic NFL rusher, edge, linebacker. Clear the top guy in the queue for each answer. So we got a little bit of time here for me to get this prepped. So let me get the 49ers in the queue. Purdy, Kittle, Dejan. I'll put Jordan James just in case. And then we're going to go in reverse order here by ADP. So yeah, it'll be, let's see, let's flip that again. Actually, I got to go reverse here. That's funny. Underdog does not let you sort by a fully reverse order there.
Oh, interesting.
They just give you, the correct order, but we want the funky order. Okay, here we go. So we're going to bounce off of this, and I'm going to pull up this presentation. It's called Sack or Sack here. Let me get this on. And again, I got to get this bug here. I'm going to I'm gonna give you a pass for now, but don't get too comfy,
man.
brother.
Am I gonna auto Jordan James here? I'm gonna have to
here we go.
Off the rip. All right. That is the Sacramento Bridge, the yellow one.
Well, it's the California Capitol building.
Fine, yeah.
So you don't have to be that specific. It's just is it Sacramento or
that's
Russia?
Sacramento. That's a rusher. That's a jersey.
Okay. Nope, that's the Sacramento Tower Bridge.
No shot. Okay.
All right,
yeah, I thought it was less yellow than that or less gold.
Is this a rusher or something from Sacramento?
Like, that's got to be a rusher. I don't know anything purple in Sacramento. Okay, yeah, that's still a rusher.
You're right. It's Trey Hendrickson.
That didn't look like the beam.
This is so hard. What do you think this is?
It's just a black box. Give me Sacramento.
No, Will Anderson. It's the sack. It's the sack.
Okay.
Here we go. I think this is the last one.
What the hell? I'll go with Sacramento.
Okay.
Has to be.
Yep. Sacramento State
there
there.
My wife's alma mater. Stingers up, baby.
Okay. Stingers up. All right. So going back here to how this went, let me get the thing. So we are going to get Mike Washington. I believe you failed, and that's why we got Jordan James there. I know. I know.
I don't know. Are you sure it wasn't just auto Jordan James?
Let me let's get this back up here. So yes, the prompt was how many did you have to get right there? Because
I got 3 of 5, I think.
Yes, you cleared the top guy in each queue for each correct answer. So technically, I think you should have gotten Stribling.
Oh, I like
that.
No,
Kittle. But
that would have been cool. Yeah.
Do you know what this does? This makes up for the Carnell Tate that should have been QJ. Yeah.
Yep. That's fair. Yeah. We'll take it. Ball don't lie.
Okay. Dude, what's the review on Sacramento? I have some friends who are from Sacramento, 2 of my good college buddies. I've spent a little time there. Do you enjoy it?
I love Sacramento. My wife went to Sac State, so I spent quite some time coming up here for like the weekends since I was down in San Luis Obispo. Not too far of a drive. I'd come up for the weekends, go to like the formals and stuff. Sac's great. I mean, it's affordable compared to other parts of like the Bay Area. I grew up in like the East Bay, so like 40 minutes from San Francisco. Definitely more affordable than that area. Definitely more affordable than San Diego, where I just moved from last year. Mm-hmm. So it was a good place for us to start like settling down, buy a house, and think about starting a family eventually. So we like it. We like it. If you can get over like the 110-degree summers, okay, solid. Yeah. Yeah.
And we always like, you got that nice proximity to Lake Tahoe, which is nice too.
Yes. We're like 50 minutes, an hour from Lake Tahoe, which is cool.
There you go. Let's see. Yeah. Matthew had it, the official score 1.5 right there. What was the half? Oh, it's because you got specific with,
okay.
Yeah. Once you decided to show off by saying exactly what it is.
That was tough.
What would be the most iconic thing about Sacramento? I mean, at this point, I think of the movie Lady Bird when I think of
Sacramento. Yeah, that's a good pull. No, yeah. I think, you'd have to say the Capitol building because Sac's the capital of California. So you have like the big, the thing that kind of looks like the White House or the U.S. Capitol in D.C. But I think the bridge is probably what I recognize the most. Obviously, I didn't recognize it in the challenge, but the bridge is cool because it's right by the River Cats / Las Vegas Athletics Stadium, and you can walk across, go to the stadium, go to the King Stadium's also right around there. So yeah, that's kind of like the main downtown area of Sac.
Tony Squares in the chat throwing some haymakers.
Yeah, okay.
Most iconic thing about Sacramento.
Mr. Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Enjoy spending 3 hours in your car to go 5 miles, buddy.
All right, hold it back easy. Let's keep it clean, fellas. Let's keep it clean. All right, here we're gonna spin again. The Piston Cups. Cue the next high motor player. Alex must match 3+ characters from Pixar's Cars with their name to take who he wants here. I have some pictures that I'm going to get ready here.
I'm not much of a Cars baller, honestly. Like I've prided myself on being a Disney Pixar grinder, but Cars is the one that kind of got away as a kid. So we'll see.
the one that got away.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes.
Okay, I think I'm going to do a different workaround here. So here are the 3. Jackson Storm, Doc Hudson, Strip Weathers. Match them up.
Doc is definitely the top. I remember that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson Storm. I mean, Jackson Storm has to be the bottom. That's just too hard of a name to be the guy in the middle. I'll take Jackson Storm at the bottom. That guy's sick. And Strip Weathers. I mean, that middle dude looks like a Strip Weather. So we'll go Doc at the top. Yeah, Strip in the middle, Storm at the bottom.
Yeah, you got it. You got
Nice.
it. 3 for 3 there on the cart. Well done there. Let's get this back and rolling here. This is what we'll do for these. And now I can actually mark this successful as a pass. So you will get to pick who you want at the 11-12 turn, but let's see what we got cooking for 12-1. And then I need to do a recap of this team here. Cup or Cups? Cue the next 3 Seahawks in reverse ADP order. Alex Cups must state if an image is of himself or of wide receiver Cooper Kupp. Clear the top guy in the queue for each correct answer here. Let me put a few options just so we don't get who would you be in consideration here for the pick you have earned? Aaron Jones, Shuck, Higgins. You got a bunch of tight ends here. Andrews, Kincaid, Ferguson, likely.
Yeah, let's see. Who do we have at quarterback? We just have T-Law right now.
Yeah.
Man. Kyler's gone. I don't like any of this. I think I'll fire up Rashid Shaheed for this first pick.
Okay, and we're going to have to move very quickly here now. Let me get this done. Cups or Cups here.
Did you cue the Seahawks already?
No, I am. I'm about
to. I should have left Shaheed in the queue. That was actually just a poor randomizer play there.
Okay, real quick. Is this Cooper Kupp or Alex Cups on the screen, or is this not on the screen yet? Let me get it.
I don't see anything.
All right, I'm working on it here. We got a lot.
I'm getting autoed. It's over.
Dude. Okay, here we go. Okay, quick. Cups or Cooper Kupp?
That's me.
Yes, that is. Quick. Next, Cooper Kupp or Alex Cups?
Cooper Kupp, for sure.
Correct. Next, Cooper Kupp or Alex Cups?
No, it's Cooper Kupp.
No, it's Cooper Kupp.
Flip it.
Alex Cupp or Cooper? Okay. Shipperlytics. Yes. Who's this?
That's me. No, it's Cooper Kupp.
No, it's you.
That's me. No.
It's you. Oh my goodness. All right. You just drafted Sam Darnold.
Okay, honestly, chill. I like that. Yeah, we'll take the stack with Shaheed.
You know,
the funny part is I've actually been. Oh, we did not get Sam Darnold?
No, we did.
Okay. Yeah, when I coached baseball, I coached my high school baseball team for a couple of years in like 2022 to 2023. The kids on my team said I looked like Cooper Kupp. And I don't know if that's just because I was Coach Cups and they were just, Cooper Kupp at that time was like the Triple Crown. Like he was the big football player.
Yeah.
And my name was Coach Cups, but they said I looked like Cooper Kupp, which I thought was interesting. I think they might've just been getting confused with the name.
Well, I think you guys have similar hair, like the curly, longer. So so you throw in the name in that as well. So yeah, I have, I think you probably, what did you go? Like 2 for 4 there? What does producers have that at there? You did get Darnold. It probably should have been Barner, depending on how many you got wrong there. But this is the squad so far. Things started out great. Justin Jefferson.
Rambus is calling me back. Should I answer real quick?
Throw him on speaker.
Ramby.
Say, bud, you don't call me normally. Workday, what is up?
So I've had a little bit of a change of heart I had to let you know about. I think I'm out on Ashton Genty this year.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've been really, really thinking a lot about Mike Washington. He's super athletic. I think this guy's going to come in and low-key eat Genty's lunch. I think we might be cooked in 2026, buddy.
Bullshit. Telling me about Genty. This is a lie. I know you're a Genty bull. This just makes no sense. Fuck Mike Washington Jr. Are we serious?
Yeah, no, we're not serious. I'm on the randomizer with Pete, and one of the challenges was to call you and tell you I'm out on Genty. Say hi to Pete.
That's not even remotely believable. What's going on, bud?
What's up, Rambus? How you doing, bud?
He says, what's up? He says, what's up, Rambus?
What's up, you sons of bitches? up with this giant paper wasp nest when you were calling me. There was no way I was answering. There were hundreds of them.
I knew you were spraying, buddy. But
Spraying. That's fun.
yep, we're on the randomizer. I got to go. I'm about to make my next pick.
All right, yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
It was hard to hear a little bit of that, but just
dang
picking
it.
up
Okay.
when he goes, you never call me. Was such a funny thing for him to be like, what is going on right now?
He didn't believe he didn't believe it for a second that I was out on Genty. He said, "All right, you quit fucking with me. Quit fucking with me, Kelsey."
That was so funny because it takes me back to the Tout twist where he did the Genty bull case and then I made him do the bear and he couldn't even do it. He was like being sarcastic. He was like, oh, Mike Washington's going to take his work. And I was like, you're trying to actually sell me on the bear case. And he couldn't do it. He was incapable.
I mean, when there's not a bear case on one of the best players in the league, it's hard. I get it.
All right, we are moving on. You down with ADP? Yeah, you know me. Cue a player 40 plus picks past ADP. Alex must make an argument that the chat approves of as to why ADP matters to take who he wants. So I'm going to scroll down here. We are at what? Pick 142. So let's go to 183 or later. I will put Malik Washington in the queue. Yeah, make an argument that the chat approves as to why ADP matters. Tell them, why does ADP matter, Alex?
Yeah, so I think ADP matters. This kind of goes back to if you watched my stream with Davis Maddock. I took Bucky Irving like 6 picks ahead of ADP. I think I took him at like 47. His ADP is like 53, and I was getting a lot of shit from Davis for this. And I think it kind of explained to me why ADP matters, especially when you're playing a portfolio best ball approach where you're drafting a lot of teams. They kind of serve as a guardrail to ensure that you're not going to end up with 60% of a guy if that's not the approach that you want to take. If you want to take that approach and you want to have 60-70% exposure of a single guy, then you do need to go a little bit off of ADP. But I think ADP matters in the sense of if you want a balanced portfolio for the most part and to control your exposures, they're kind of serving as a guardrail for you in a portfolio approach.
All right. I think that was chat. Let us know if that was convincing enough for you or if he should take Malik Washington. But let's also knock out this second prompt here. So you think you can name Q Charleston Rambo. That is a player in the player pool, by the way.
Shit, yes.
Name is Mini eliminated. So you think you can tout contestants as the round you're picking in. So we are in round 13. But real quick, before we do this, who do you want to actually take with your pick here?
I can't see the queue.
Yeah, let's see it here. Pacheco, Henry, Tucker, Spears, Coleman, Juwan.
Give me Tajay Spears.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
going to put.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we're good. Okay. So we are in round 13. You have to name 13 people who have been eliminated of the
Emo, Michael O'Hara, Max Adam, Brian Hartman, Zach, Neil, Kamish, Goofy Chicken, Rambus, Trev, Chad Candles.
2
Is
more.
that 13? Oh, shoot. 2 more. No, Neil. Oh no, I'm blanking.
Charleston Rambo.
Charleston Rambo. Welcome to the squad, man.
Wow.
That's tough.
Shout out Max Adam though, as far as like
PPR,
the deeper polls. You got into the Max Adam territory.
Well, Max was my boy, and he was on my stream with me for the challenge. He was my guest on the bash, so he's close to the brain.
You did
PPR
it.
would have been
it
a
well
good pull,
though.
too.
Oh yeah, that technically that plays.
It does.
2570. We did want to recap the team here. We've had a lot of chaos. We have 4 more rounds here, the 15-16 turn and 17-18. But you have Trevor Lawrence and Sam Darnold at quarterback. You have Barkley, Josh Jacobs, and then it gets dicey here. Mike Washington, Jordan James, and Tajay Spears as your running backs 3 through 5. Your wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas, Carnell Tate. Here it goes. Kavonte Turpin. Then you swing back to Rashid Shaheed, not bad. And then Charleston Rambo. No tight ends. I mean, in a perfect world, are you landing the plane with 4 straight tight ends here to end this draft?
We're never drafting 4 tight ends. Give me 3 and we're fine. Oh, we only have 3. We can't. Oh, you mean like instead of Rambo, take a tight end there and go 4 straight?
I mean, at this point, I'm just saying, and I will say you're bucking the trend, because I think a lot of, typical data bros, I know Leone, Dan Zach, these guys who have run sims and models, obviously the sidekick, like you will get a lot of 4 tight end builds here. So yeah, so you might need to open up your mind to those, brother.
My mind's always open to new things, but that's just something like, I guess I obviously have not run any sort of data analysis on BBM or any of these tournaments yet, but I would find it hard to imagine that like the EV of grabbing another mid tight end in the last round is better than grabbing maybe a third quarterback, a guy like Tua. Like, what are the odds Tua hits your lineup? Who's going to hit your lineup more, Tua or Charlie Collar or Mike Gesicki?
Well, I think you could argue. So I think you kind of just got at why it does like that, because the 0 risk for Tua is a lot higher than one of those tight ends who are just objectively going to be on the field. And so then you have tight end, which is the lowest scoring position, in just baking in a floor of even like 6 to 7 points in those hitting it. I think it's even less about the tight end and more just about not taking a 0 at another spot. And then with that 3rd, 4th bullet, you really are ensuring that you're never bottoming out on a given week at the position.
All right. I mean, I get it. But to play devil's advocate, like,
please do.
To win a tournament like this, don't you have to take on some 0 risk and hope you run hot and like you don't draft the 0? Like, wouldn't it be super plus EV to draft who you think is the 49ers backup running back right now? It would, instead of waiting for him to get announced and he gets steamed up, like you have a ton of bags with Kalen Black in the last round. Like in the year that's the case, isn't that like a huge play that like gives you a massive advantage to win?
Cubs, respectfully, and I once said to the Sarambis, shut up, because we have to do a prompt right now. We are going from sim talk and how to handle potential 0 risk to flip cups. Cue Stephon Diggs. He's gone. I'll find someone else. Cups must grab a plastic cup and successfully flip it before the next pick to take another player. Can you show us your screen? Oh, perfect.
Look at that.
Okay,
right,
let's see the flip cup here.
I don't have, if I had a solo, this would be a lot easier. Oh no.
Oh no, dude.
This is a tall cup.
No. Who should I put in?
Bro, it's bouncing everywhere.
I'm going to put in Ayuk instead of Diggs for you.
Ayuk?
Dude, get it together. You're looking like you've never been at a frat party.
Like actually not flippable.
Hey, Cups, it's like 4 tight ends. You might not see the vision, but it can happen. A little softer.
Dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going off screen.
I'm sure, yeah.
This is unbelievable.
All my friends are just out of frame.
Okay, it's hitting my keyboard.
Okay.
And not flipping. Hold on. Going the wrong way.
This is going to be a sweat here. I do love this aerial shot, dude.
Dude, okay.
It looks like I'm like.
This is so poor.
This is just the rest of the show. Until this dude can land one flip.
No, this is ridiculous. All right, we're going double. Maybe 2 will be better. A little more.
You have 20 more seconds to land this. Otherwise, Brandon Ayuk is joining the squad.
Do you see how many times it's hit top rim and just not good?
Hey, no excuses. Play like a champion.
That's fair. Yeah.
I hope you like Brandon Ayuk.
It's just over. Tell me when
you got 6 seconds, but I kind of just.
No shot, dude. Oh.
All right, come back. We got to do one other prop, like, very quickly here.
That's so unfortunate.
Okay, quick. What's it going to be? Oh, my God. Cue the next ambiguous locker room running backs. Cups must pitch a studio exec meet on a buddy comedy starring you and Rambus, where the pair win the flagship contest on DraftKings and are on the run from the Mafia after learning about the Mafia's plot to throw the contest in its favor. If Pete greenlights the movie, take whoever.
Whoa. And are on the run from the Mafia.
All right, I'm giving you K-Trot Allen.
That's an insane prompt to pull when there's 25 seconds left on the clock.
Just in case, let me read it one more time. We're going to have a little time for you to do this.
Yeah.
You are getting K-Tron Allen. Cups must pitch a studio executive. That's me in this case. on a buddy comedy starring you and Rambus, where you guys win a flagship contest. I don't know why this has to be on DraftKings. Shout out Underdog. Sign up with promo code Pete. And are on the run from the Mafia after learning about the Mafia's plot to throw the contest in its favor. Oh, maybe this is why it's on DraftKings, because that's the only site that would allow rampant Mafia corruption. If Pete greenlights the movie, take whoever. So what would this movie look like with you and Rambus?
Oh, and it's a comedy.
Buddy
So
comedy.
we just won. Okay. And we're on the run from the Mafia. If Pete greenlights the movie. Okay. So when it comes to this movie with me and Rambus, I think the plot is going to be, you know, we won the competition, and I mean, they explained the whole thing here. The Mafia.
Are you having flashbacks to your Xavier Worthy?
This is so Xavier Worthy coded, man. This is so Xavier Worthy hot dog coded.
Here, I'll help you. I think
yeah.
you guys lean into like, honestly, like a Ghostbusters motif, because you have Rambus with his sprayer, and he's out here and he's basically chasing down the Mafia and shooting them down with his pesticides. I think there's something there.
So Rambus the Exterminator is the headline here. I'll be his Robin to the Rambus Batman. He's the one actually. So he's chasing the Mafia down, not the other way.
Yeah,
it might look like that at the beginning of the movie. The Mafia's after us, but then we flip it on him. Rambus coming your way with the Exterminator's tools, and he's going to chase him down. We turn it on the Mafia. We're actually the ones that end up taking them down. How's that sound?
And I think there's, you know, you basically have the double entendres that there's a rat in the Mafia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Rambus has sniffed out the rat, and he sets the trap. And that's
Rambus undercover DK agent the whole time. I like that.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's where Ashton Genty's all the balls that he's going to catch. That's way better on a full point PPR site, right? I mean,
that's actually so true.
All right, here we go. We have 2 more picks, and then we are going to be welcoming Tony Squares on for the next randomizer here. Let's see what the wheel has in store for you as we enter the home stretch. You got to love a prompt called Two Girls. Oh, no, it went to another one. Cups Run. Cooper Cups. Alex must grab as many cups as he can bring to his office before the pick. If he grabs 10 or more, pick whoever. You need to get at least 10 picks ASAP, sir.
All right. We got three cups right here.
Yep.
I'm going to get 7 more.
Oh, no. Is Cooper Cup already gone? Oh, Cooper Cup just went. Matthew, you're the producer of this show, and you're here taking players we need for this. Who else? Are there any other cups? CUP. Is there any UPs? Michael Gallup, Michael Cups, Gal Cups. We'll put Michael Gallup in for now. Anyone have good punishments with a cup pun? A drink? A bed?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see right there. We got 4.
Okay.
5. 6,
oh, this is a
7,
cheat.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got over 10.
All right, that's
these are the
pass.
cups I was trying to flip. They're really not flippable. It's impossible.
Who do you want for? Well, let's see. Who do you want here? You got to get a tight end, dude. Gesicki, Stowers, Parkinson, Njoku. Who do you want?
Yeah, give me who do we have Darnold, and give me Elijah Arroyo. We got to hit
that's
big.
A good pull.
We got to hit big if we're only taking 2 at the end here, and we have Charleston Rambo and a couple other guys.
Quick, Arroyo's on the team. Last prompt. So you think you can sprout, bring back a plant or flower before the next pick, or select Malik Flowers? We know this guy lives in some beautiful, manicured California palatial estate. He probably has a landscaper out there working right now. Just ask if he can. Let's see if he comes back in time. Otherwise, Malik Flowers is going to be here. Is he going to make it 8 seconds? This is going to be a sweat. Oh my gosh, what is he freaking in? That's incredible. I'm giving him Mike Gesicki at the buzzer for that.
We got a plant. It's the big plant in my house. The only plant.
Dude, I thought you were gonna come back with like a little piece of a leaf or something, and this dude comes back with a full IKEA plant or
it's whatever. A whole ass potted plant. Yeah, we water it.
Incredible. Well, that's a pass there at the buzzer. We're going to do a quick recap of this team, and then we're going to get squares on Lawrence and Darnold, Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Mike Washington, Jordan James, Tajay Spears, Katron Allen, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas, Carnell Tate, Kavonte Turpin, Rashid Shaheed, Charleston Rambo, for folks. I think the first time he's had to have been drafted on Underdog ever. Brandon Ayuk as a punishment. And then what a 2 tight end room, man. Elijah and Arroyo and Mike Gesicki.
Money. Yeah, I don't see how this team loses. I think Charleston Rambo could be the guy we need this year.
I think so as well. Well, dude, this was a blast. I recommend everybody go check out the After Dark as well. If you guys are YouTube members, that was Saturday night. We are working behind the scenes on this finale. I will be getting Alex's pitch for a show to do with me. And and if for some reason you haven't seen the most recent episode of So You Think You Can Tout, when we went from 5 to 3, definitely go and check that out. Anything else you want to mention here, Cups, before we say goodbye?
No, just thanks for having me on, Pete. It's been a blast. First time on the randomizer. Glad I could kick off season 7. I think you're onto something with this new layout. So looking forward to watching the rest of them.
All right, dude. We are going to let you go. We'll catch you soon. And welcoming to the stage a man shaking his head right now. One, Mr. Tony Squares. Welcome to the Randomizer.
What are you doing to me, Peter? What are you doing? I just watched Cup sweat for 45 straight minutes, and he ends it as, how am I supposed to follow that? The man came through with a Christmas tree. Like you couldn't have planned that shot any better with the door right way at the end of frame, and he comes through bush first to show you a plant in his house. How am I supposed to follow that? I got nothing for you. This is unbelievable. I'm terrified right now.
Well, let's see how terrified we should be, because this draft snap failed, and oh no, we have the 102. The amount of breathing room we are getting on these is devastating, Tony Squares. Which you mean there's no time for pleasantries. We need to spin the wheel right now. This draft is about to start. Tony Squares Randomizer. Here we go.
All of this.
Square Burger.
Q,
Ultimate NFL Square, Kirk Cousins. Tony must call a fast food restaurant and ask if they can start serving square burgers like Wendy's to take who he wants. Do you have
my phone's on Do Not Disturb? Hold on.
Okay.
Coming back. We're calling McDonald's. How do you call a McDonald's? Here we go. Asking them to do square burgers.
Yeah, get us that speakerphone right next to the mic.
All right, come on, McDonald's, pick up. I don't even know if you're open at this hour. It is 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Calling a 9 a.m. McDonald's.
Come on.
The Glendale McDonald's doesn't want to answer their phone.
You got a mom and pop burger place by you?
Not open at 9 a.m. Hold, please. All right, hold on. We're going to a different one. Who's Shake Shack? Would they be open? Do they do? Nope, they're closed. They're open at 10 a.m. though. It's 9:30. Someone's answering the phone. Come on.
Thank you for calling Shake Shack. Please head to our Shack app or order.shakeshack.com to get updated information on operating hours and to place a pickup or delivery order.
No.
Please press 2 to speak to a manager. Stay safe.
It's done. It's done. Kirk Cousins is on the team. He's on the team.
This is the sign I need to start losing weight right here. I couldn't rely on fast food when you needed it. I need to stop giving them all my money. I need to feed myself, make my own stuff. What happened?
Chat, you tell me what happened. I had Kirk Cousins in the queue. What the hell happened? You just ended up with Bijan Robinson on this team. What the hell happened there?
Because Underdog looked at you and said, how dare you ruin the integrity of a draft, even if it's a private draft, by drafting Kirk Cousins at the 1.2. Underdog said we have to block that from happening. So thank you, Underdog. I always knew you were in my corner. They've been rooting for me ever since, ball knower or not. Bijan's on the team. That's going to cost me later, Peter, because when a tie goes to the runner, you're going to take it away from me later. But I'll go with the good juju now.
I'm going to have to go back and watch the tape on that. I don't know. Did I subconsciously click Bijan? I don't think I did. I was at peace with Kirk Cousins timing out there. Are you a square burger or a circle burger kind of guy? What's the best burger joint for your money?
First of all, In-N-Out is overrated in my respects. I'm a big Five Guys guy. I like the Five Guys burger a lot. But if you have to go with something quick, this could just be Pavlov's dog and me, but I love that McDonald's drive-thru, man. I love it. I love it so much. It's so easy. And I remember when McChickens used to be $1. and I miss those days. I really do. What about you? You look like you haven't had fast food in 3 years.
Relax. It is very East Coast of you to dig your heels in on Five Guys being better than In-N-Out, though. Now, I still think Five Guys is good, man. I'll give it to you, but I don't know. There is an element. I understand once you live there, the honeymoon period kind of washes away with In-N-Out, but I'm still in that. I get jazzed up to have In-N-Out whenever I'm, in a state. Although it is less special now. Like I went home to Colorado, a couple years ago, and then all of a sudden they have an In-N-Out in Colorado. I'm like, this is supposed to be a California thing. We'll allow Vegas, a little Arizona, sure, but now you're out in Colorado. I mean, this is too much.
I gotta say, when I was in Seattle, they're known for Dick's Burgers, and it was pretty damn good. It's their own version of In-N-Out. I was very impressed. I was very happy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can do with this prompt. Outwit, outplay, outlast. To take to who he wants, Tony must give the survivor comp to his preferred pick and explain his reasoning. Chat must agree that the comp is good. Otherwise, draft a teammate that would not survive the merge. This comes to us from Casper, NBA in DFS here. So you got to do two things. Kind of think who would you want at this next pick and who would be their survivor comp.
If I want to fall, it'd be Drake London because he seems to fall in these drafts because no one likes that Atlanta offense. If he doesn't, though, I will go with, I could go with Rashee Rice as well. So, yeah.
Okay, who's the Rashee Rice comp?
Rashee Rice comp. I don't know if you guys remember Russell Hantz. Obviously, Russell Hantz, he tore Survivor up. He started playing the game so mean, so evil, made it to the final 2 seasons in a row, yet he couldn't win because everyone thought he was an absolute douchebag, and he was. But he played the game so hard that he kind of changed Survivor forever. He was so good that his direct lineage came on to the show later, Mr. Brandon Hantz. I believe he was his nephew, came on for 2 straight seasons, or for 2 seasons. Then in the second season was such a head case, was such off of his rocker that he took the tribe's rice and threw it into the fire because they were mean to him at one point, burned the rice and started threatening to go fisticuffs with some of the other players on his team. They had to remove him from the game. Rashee Rice, as great as he is, he had such great prospects in this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Rashee Rice, sadly, the off-the-field issues could take him from his NFL stardom, just like Brandon Hantz himself. So that's the comp I'll give you.
I'm going to buy it. I didn't even realize you had both the kind of like the off-field issue and stuff, but the literal Rice connection as well. We'll see if the chat agrees, but I'm chalking that up as a win. I got Rice in the queue here, and I will spin again for the pick in the 3rd round. It's hip to be a square.
Hey, Rich.
Q Anthony Richardson. Pete and Squares must talk like they're hosting a smooth jazz radio station until the next pick to take who they want. Hey, Tony Squares, I'm about to get you Rashee Rice, but I want to go back to you because we got a decision coming up here at the top of the hour.
Well, as you know, Peter, where you living in Boston yourself, you understand what Magic 106.7 is all about. And I hope that radio station is still live on the East Coast because I used to listen to those dulcet tones over and over again. And I would love to pair Bijan and Rashee Rice with one Jeremiah Love.
You know what I've always said is all you need is love. And whether I'm in round 3 looking at an Arizona Cardinal or around pick 100 in need of a signal caller, all you need is love.
Oh, man, the people who love that, what's that ASMR stuff is loving this part of the podcast. And I do not know why I'm talking in an accent right now, but I feel like it fits. Let's go with Jeremiah.
And you know what? I probably should have put Anthony Richardson in the queue per the prompt, but I just knew that we were going to be so electric on the mic that was never even going to factor into our decision making. So Jeremiah Love, come right on down. And there he is. Jeremiah Love, Bijan Robinson, Rashee Rice.
I gotta say, I was watching the beginning of this because I wanted to see, first of all, I love watching Cups, and I wanted to see how he fared. And I think the first thing you made him do was talk like a baby. And that's immediately when I went, and I needed to take a walk. I was like, I need to prep myself mentally for this. I have no idea what's coming, but Cups on landing, talk like a baby. I was like, I'm in for anything right now. Happy I got the Magic 106.7 voice and not the baby voice.
I mean, some people in the chat want us to do the whole show that way. I don't know if I have that in me, but maybe, Squares, you're going to give me the pitch for the show for So You Think You Can Tout. maybe that's the pitch. Just us doing smooth jazz radio, 4-hour blocks, drive time, best ball jazz radio. There you go.
Do they still have, again, I have not lived in Boston in 15, 16 years. Do they still have Magic 106.7? Does that still work?
Yeah. Josh is in the chat saying it's still live. I cannot tell you. The closest I get to radio is like when I go over to my in-laws and she has, the Sports Hub on and is just listening to sports talk radio. That's the only time I get any kind of radio exposure. Do you, you get stuck in traffic, I'm sure, in LA. Do you throw on the radio ever? Are you podcast music? What are we doing?
Easy on the traffic talk. I
that was for Cups.
Take that shot too.
that was for Cups.
No, my first car in Boston growing up, and I took it to college, only had a tape deck, so I had to listen to the radio, so I got really quick on those dials and where I wanted to go, but now I'm just a podcast guy. Hook up the Spotify, and I'm usually a podcast guy.
Gotcha. Yeah. So do you, I assume, do you listen to all the other like Survivor podcasts? Because there's a lot of them. Do you listen to them?
No.
You want to stay keep your takes, silent?
100%. 100%. I want to keep my takes my own, but also I am not a reality TV fan. I've jumped into the Survivor thing a year and a half ago. That was the first time I ever watched Survivor in my life was a year and a half ago. And this thing kind of sprang up out of nowhere. So I'm still imbibing daily sports content, the Tony Kornheiser show, Bill Simmons. I listen to Pablo Torre. That's like my life outside of Survivor. And then when I need to lock into reality TV, it's become like a job watching these shows and talking about it. So yeah, last thing I want to do is hear another person's opinions. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy watching it. The last thing I want to hear though is another person's opinions on Survivor because I'll end up disagreeing with them in the car and getting angry. So that, you don't want to do that.
You don't disagree with Michael Wilbon or Tony Kornheiser in the car too? I feel like that's what I would get
Kornheiser makes me laugh. That's different.
All right, we have another prompt here from Casper, NBA and DFS. It's called the grandmother test. Cue the next player over 30 years old. Tony explains the basic mechanics of Survivor to an audience of grandparents who have never seen the show to take who he wants. How do you explain it to my elderly audience?
So grandparents, do you remember when the U.S. was segregated and there were two separate sides of the coin? Well, imagine you could take all of those people and put them on an island together. And there was one tribe on one side, another tribe on the other side, and they fight in little planned challenges, little athletic competitions to see who is the superior tribe. And then slowly but surely each week they must knock someone out of their tribes if they lose until we whittle it down where there's so many remaining and they're forced to come together and live in a harmonious world. We all know that sometimes that does not work out. But in the end, after you keep knocking people down left and right, week by week, they're voting people out saying, I don't want you here. You don't want me here until one person remains and is the final one standing in Survivor. That is the beautiful television show of Survivor.
There you go. And lo and behold, top by ADP is a man over 30 years old, Mike Evans, but you get to pick whoever you want. Colson Loveland, Montgomery.
I hate it. Throwing Colson Loveland. I hate it so much. I've just done a bunch of work on the Bears, and I hate how much I love Colson Loveland. As a Packers fan, I got the Green Bay Packers cup I'm drinking coffee out of right now. He's going to have an amazing year, and it hurts me. It hurts my soul.
Well, especially as someone who wants to take Tucker Kraft in every draft, and now you have another guy you got to take. So you think you can stout. Peter orders a sour at the Tony Squares bar. Convince him he should order a stout instead. If not, select AJ Barner. Yeah, I saw that raspberry sour you guys had it the other day. It's delicious. I'll take another one of those. 16 ounces, by the way.
I will say, how old are you, bud?
I mean, do you need to see an ID?
No, I don't need to see an ID. I just want to know, when are you going to start to become a man with your drink orders? Because you can have all the sours you want, and I understand they give you a little perk, they give you a little pip in your step, and I understand they're hip right now. But if you want to start being an adult, I think it's time for you to order a stout. If you want something warm in your tummy, something to fill you up with joy and give you a real hard-on, I say put the stout in there. But if you want the sour, I can get it for you.
I mean, I don't go to McDonald's to be berated by the cashier that I should be eating a salad. Like, can I just have a sour? I like a sour. What's the big deal, Tony?
I'm just saying that girl over in the corner is watching you right now, and if you get a sour right, you got no shot with her. But if you get a stout, she might be interested.
All right. It's been a pretty big dry spell for me here. So if the stout is what is attracting the ladies, I think I have no choice. I will take AJ Barner out of the queue. Mr. Tony Bartender Squares. Who do you want with this pick?
You know what? I do like how Devontae, I mean, I guess it's at his ADP, but I really think Devontae's got a chance here. And those running backs I don't like. I don't think it's time to take Lamar, and Lord knows I ain't drafting JMO. So I'll take Devontae off the top.
All right, there you go. We've had you should have Kirk Cousins on this team instead of Bijan. I do need to correct for that at some point. But you do right now have Bijan, Jeremiah Love, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Colston Loveland. I mean, this is just a good team, but it should have Kirk Cousins on it. Let the record show.
Yeah, it should. You should have given me AJ Barner right there for the halfway mark of the sour versus stout debate. Can I tell you, I'm not a beer guy at all. Like, I couldn't tell you the differences between a sour and a stout. Otherwise, what's in the name? Which is why I went right at the heart of masculinity with that order.
So do you drink beer, or you just don't care about all the specifics, or you're like completely out on beer?
I do drink a fair share of beer, but I couldn't tell you the differences between the multiple. I just know I don't like IPAs. I don't like the bitter beers. So other than that, I'm like an amber guy.
We're actually in lockstep with that. I'm not an IPA guy. I'm always, gravitating to the pilsners, the lagers. I do like a sour in the summer though. And so to have my masculinity questioned in that fake exchange has me really heated right now.
Also, when it comes to bartenders, especially me, like I'm a larger dude. I usually am leaning over the bar. Like, I feel like playing into that, like, not aggressive, but that like bartender that'll give you shit. It's worked out for me in the past. Like, I play up that card as much as I can. So that's why we fell right into lockstep there.
I assume what do you like more? Well, I assume it's when you have a ton of people in the bar, because then you can rack up more tips. But do you mind like a slow afternoon where you have a long conversation with a patron?
I love that. And I'm lucky enough that I work in private parties, so most of my stuff's hourly, and if there's tips involved, then fantastic. So like if it's a long, slow day, I'm getting paid the same as if it's busy. So I like getting to know people for sure. And I like playing with them. Like, I like poking fun. I'll never forget, again, this is a very LA story. I was working a private dinner for a USC event, and Conan O'Brien was there because I believe his daughter went to USC, and he comes in alone. Like, they all went out to dinner, and he came in again to get a wine for him and his wife. And he's just trying to make conversation. He's like, oh, big weekend this weekend. It was the Golden Globes that weekend, and Conan famously never gets nominated for anything. And I was like, yeah, it's a big weekend. He's like, oh, what do you got going on? I went, it's the Golden Globes. Not that you would know anything about that. And he laughed his ass off. And I was like, that's my bartending persona. I'm here to needle you as much as I can.
You got to toe that line where it's fun. You can't piss them off to when they are then not tipping you. But that's great. Have you ever watched the show Party Down? That's just like immediately where my mind went. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Such a good show. All right, let's get this spinning here, and we'll see if we can trip Tony up with one of these prompts. Squares space. This one comes to us from the Coach Speak Index. He wants you to name 4 companies that don't have Square in their name, but do have squares in their logo, or draft Jahan Dotson.
God damn it. Okay. Is there anything around my place that has? I'm not a big yet. Intel, isn't that in a square? I think
I'm gonna fact check some of these.
Obviously, Squarespace does not. We just went through the fast.
Intel looks like a little circle thing, yeah.
Oh no, they might have. They changed it. They definitely changed it. I'm not good with this part of it, man. This might be a Jahan Dotson hammer, because the only thing I can think of is Squarespace, and that's already off the board.
It is. It's harder than you think here.
Squares in it.
See, this was the Intel.
Starbucks is a circle. Everybody's a circle. Look at everybody's a circle.
Come on, get us a square here, brother.
There's McDonald's, Burger King, they're all circles. Wendy's is just the girl with the pigtails. Like, I don't know why I can only think of food right now. Shake Shack doesn't even have a logo. What's a Dairy Queen is just DQ. Again, we're stuck on food.
Is fast food right now.
Oh, shit. What else we got? Nike is the swoosh. Adidas is just the name. Puma is just a lion. Oh man, I'm running out.
The chat gave you one here. Microsoft is a good one. You get 4 for the price of 1 with Microsoft.
There's 4 squares in there. Thank you, Cups Analytics. Of course, you know the branding for the computer equipment. Mac again is just an Apple. Man, this is tough. I think this is Jahan Dotson. I think I got to punt this and go to the next prompt.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson's coming on down to this squad here.
God damn it! 4 squares.
Puma's just a lion is crazy. That is so good. All right, we are going to spin again. Jahan Dotson, welcome to the squad. We finally got him. All right, Wisconsin Dells. This has become a bit Week 17 matchup between Green Bay and Houston. Q Tank Dell, Tony forecasts the NFC playoff landscape coming into this Week 17 matchup between the Packers and Texans in the tone of an ad by the Wisconsin Department of Tourism, if you want to take another player here. So Wisconsin Department of Tourism, sell us on this upcoming Packers versus Texans matchup.
Well, Wisconsinites, I have 3 seconds here. You want the best of the best in Week 17, and you're getting the best team in the AFC versus the best team in the NFC. Houston's coming in with 15 wins, hoping to get their 16th win and wrap up the 1 seed. And then on top of it, Green Bay is trying to wrap up a very ferocious NFC North division with both the Bears and the Lions fighting for the tops. It's a winner-take-all strategy and what could be a Super Bowl preview. It is time for the Texans and the Packers in cold, frigid Lambeau Field. And that was obviously not in a Wisconsin accent, but we went right into the pitch. Either way, what do we end up with? Joe Burrow. This team's great, Peter.
No, my goodness. You should have had Dell. I mean, the pitch started a little late. So now we just have to live in a world where this team has Kirk Cousins and Tank Dell, but it in fact has Bijan and Joe Burrow. What is your connection again to Packers fandom, despite being from the East Coast?
Yeah, long story short, it's a well-timed Super Bowl and the cover of a video game. My first Super Bowl I ever watched was Packers versus Patriots. My dad, instead of going out with his boys to watch he loves the Patriots, has loved the Patriots ever since they were a 3-win team. He stayed at home to watch it with his 6-year-old son because his Patriots are playing in the Super Bowl and teach his son football. And the Packers lambasted the Patriots in that game. And I remember I was asking all those annoying questions that someone who doesn't know football asks, and they open up the second half of that game with a kick return touchdown. And I remember turning to my dad and asking, "Hey, Dad, is that worth 7 points too?" And he kicked me out. He said, "Go upstairs, watch the rest of it with your mother. I can't take it anymore." So that was the start. And then right after that, NFL QB Club 90-something comes out for N64, and Brett Favre's on the cover. I had an Uncle Joe who still lived with my grandmother, lived in the basement, which at my age, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And so I would go over and hang out with Uncle Joe, and he had the N64, but he wouldn't let me play. The only 2-player game he had was NFL QB Club, and he wanted to be the Patriots. And so I was like, I'll be that guy on the cover, because I remember Brett Favre taking off his helmet, big grin. And I learned the Packers roster through then, learned football through that game, and became a Packers fan forever.
There you go. There you go. I mean, my fandom as a Broncos kid growing up in Denver really peaked with beating that Green Bay Packers team in the Super Bowl in 97. So yeah, we were on different sides of that for sure. All right, let's spin again here, and we'll see what we got in store for you with the wheel. It is Tony Square's first appearance on the randomizer. This is called the Shipperlytics Tout Championship. We're going to cue an NFC North player past pick 150. And in this alternate universe, Rambus runs a tout competition. Until the next pick, and to take who you want, my guess, Tony Squares must cut their submission tape to Rambus's competition, where the winner receives a home studio built out by the tech team. So to summarize, how would you pander to Rambus in a submission for his tout competition?
Rambus, I'm going to put aside the differences we have and how fantasy football should be played, our differences in Ashton Genty. I'd love to talk to you about football and how you need to always stack your quarterbacks with your wide receivers. Instead, I'm going to put this to the side and if you give me an avenue to this competition, if you let me win this competition, I will get you a lifetime supply of Spotted Cow with the site credits that I get from your winnings. I'll be in a home studio and I'll put a fridge right in the back corner, and you're welcome over anytime to have as many of those as you want, and we'll stream live to the Tony Squares and Rambus audience and really throw a Shipperlytics at them. How many Spotted Cows does your heart desire, Rambus? Because Tony Squares is your guy.
Incredible. Word on the street is Rambus is going around trying to see how much equity and site credits he can get from a potential winner. Has he hit you up for some site credits?
No comment. I plead the fifth on that one. Me and Rambus. What happens in the DMs between me and Rambus stays in the DMs.
Who do you want to take here that will spin again? We are going to say that Rambus accepted you there with the promise of spotted cows. Who would you like here?
I really do love Patty Mahomes. I'm not going to take him because we have Burrow, but we do have Rice, though, so we may want to take Patty Mahomes. I'm down for, let's do Patty Mahomes because did Monungai just go? Then great, because I was going to make the case for the Monungai on the other side. But again, if this is a Kirk Cousins build, then Mahomes here would save that team.
That's right. All right, for the next pick, we are going to get you Mahomes. Cue the next Packer. Squares must retrieve at least 2 different cultured dairy products, cheese, yogurt, etc., before the next pick. We're going to find out what is in this man's fridge right now as I get the next Packer queued up. Oh, and it's let's see, Jaden Reed, but if he goes, let's find another Packer here. It'd be Matthew Golden. What do we got?
See, I remember because I just ran out of cheese, but I got the Greek yogurt. We eat that all the time. And then I found some sour cream that is 100% expired, but still in the fridge.
This is what the randomizer does for you. It helps you clean out your fridge in the process. We're doing so many great things for our guests.
Best used by July 2nd, so we're not opening that again.
Yeah, no, you're
gonna
have to
fridge door open though. I got to close that now. Hold on.
All right, go close it and then come back and make this pick. All right, that's going to be a pass there. We are seeing, okay, Jaden Reed does finally go. If you want, you're on the clock. You can do Xavier Worthy if you want to go all in on Mahomes, Rico, Blake Corum.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Let's do it. Give me the power of the X. Give me the power of Kansas City. They're back, baby. Matt Nagy's out the building. Call Davis Maddock. He's going to have a fun year.
You said you were doing your research and then got more into Colston Loveland. What's the Tony Squares research looking like these days? You're pouring over the Warren Sharp manual here.
Yeah, he does such a good job of putting everything into one tight little package, and you can really dive into that for whatever you want. If you want storylines, if you want draft information, if you want statistics, you can really dive in and find whatever is laid out in front of you. And I like looking at the last few weeks of the season and what did this team end on? Because we know Chicago won all those games, the luckiest team in the effing world. But late, they really focused on both Kyle Monungai in the backfield and Colson Loveland as the number one option. I understand Rome Odunze had his injury, but the statistics, the EPA added per target, I think he did the cutoff on 70 targets at the tight end position. Colson Loveland was number 1 EPA added per target, even with the beginning of the year not working out so well for him. So at the end of the season, they really relied on that guy, and he produced so much. And in a Ben Johnson offense, I think he's going to be the wide receiver 1 in that team, even though he plays the tight end position. I'm not in on Luther Burden. I'm a little bit scared of Rome Odunze's injury. I kind of like Xavier Thomas if you want to go real deep with that team to be the speedster that goes. I do, because Ben Johnson, they reached for him, but they like him a lot. But Colson Loveland, sadly, I think is the real winner in that Chicago Bears offense. And the Colson Loveland versus Tucker Kraft debate is going to be one that Packers and Bears fans have for the next 5 years. And I'm so angry that it's very close. I'm so angry that it's close. I would love to be like Kraft all the way, but Loveland is dynamite.
No, Loveland, Kraft can be awesome for fantasy, but he's Loveland is in a different tier as a player and a prospect and stuff. He is, what he did, we've definitely gotten spoiled. And I think almost the Bowers rookie season 2 kind of desensitized us to Colson Loveland finishing 3rd in total yards for tight ends last year after basically getting slow played at the start of the season. And he still finished 3rd. It was an insane rookie year for Colson Loveland. So I need to grab some more Loveland as well. But let's spin here and get popping with another prompt for Tony Squares. What's it going to be? All right, this is a recurring prompt, but tailored to you. Buddy comedy. Cue the next ambiguous locker room running backs or wide receivers from the same team. Squares must pitch me, I'm the studio exec, on a buddy comedy starring you and Neil Farley, where a street gang is pursuing them after the pair max enter and bank the flagship contest on DraftKings using money found on the street from a drug deal gone wrong. If Pete greenlights the movie, take whoever. Let me hear it.
This is really simple. This is a child of Rain Man, because Neil Farley is as smart as can be, but he is a little bit socially awkward. You do have to kind of poke and prod to get him off of there, and I am clearly the talker of the group. So this money, I found, and I convinced Neil to use his intelligence and win this league. And now we're on the run where Neil keeps on like a butterfly, so or moth to flame. He sees something that distracts him, and I got to go fetch him before he gets us into trouble as we're avoiding what's behind us. But what I really don't know is Neil's in on it, and this is all a catch to end up getting me in some type of a pinch because in the back I may have accosted Neil the wrong way. So Neil might be on my side for now, but he's not on my side for long. And if that succeeds, let's go with Matthew Golden and just hammer out these wide receivers.
There you go. I did greenlight the movie. You get to get your Packer there. Win, win, win. We got to spin, though, because we cannot catch a break with the randomizer gods today. Picked at 112 with cups. Here we go. Tail of the tailgate. Cue the next 220-plus pound player. All right, I'm going to have to do some research there. Tony must convince the chat of which stadium tailgate party would win in a competition between his hometown New England Patriots and his adopted Green Bay Packers to take who he wants. Who has the better tailgate?
I mean, this is pretty easy, and it's going to break my father's heart as he tailgates every single Patriots home game, but it is clearly the Green Bay Packers. Do you want parking lots? Do you like cement? Do you like long views of nothing? Then go watch a game at Foxborough Stadium, at Gillette Stadium. It's beautiful what they've done to Patriot Place, but it's really terrible for a tailgate. However, when you go to Green Bay, you're opening up your front door and you're at the stadium. There's so many neighborhoods. You park it on front lawns. The place to be with all the food, all the cheese, all the beer is in Green Bay and historic Lambeau Field. And I think we need a running back, but no, the Romeo Dubs. Romeo Dubs. No, okay. I want Romeo Dubs.
All right, we got him. We got him. I mean, if we're going to do the what better pick for a New England versus Green Bay prompt than Romeo Dobbs, a man who has spent time on both of those rosters?
I think it is not just the Packer in me. I think Matthew Golden should be drafted where Jaden Reed is being drafted, and I think Romeo Dobbs has a huge season in that offense with New England. I think Josh McDaniels is really going to unlock what Romeo Dobbs can do, and especially with A.J. Brown taking the pressure off of Romeo being a number one wide receiver, I love the draft position of both those players there. However, looking at the board again, if we had more time, I probably would have tried to throw in a Travis Kelce and just gone full Kansas City with this team, but again, we're randomizing what we can.
Yeah, Travis Kelce was, it's so funny. Yeah, he was at 121 here, so we could have done it. Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden. Now, do your rose-colored Green Bay Packers glasses, do they extend all the way to Dontavian Wicks in Philadelphia?
100%. 100%. Like Dontavian Wicks, I used to have a fight with my Detroit Lions friends that Dontavian Wicks versus Jameson Williams was a competition. It's not anymore. It's not anymore. But Dontavian Wicks finally getting first-team reps consistently, which I believe he will do in that Philadelphia offense as the boundary wide receiver for them. I don't think Philadelphia is a great passing offense by any means, but I think Wicks with 100% or a larger snap count than he had in Green Bay will really showcase his physical ability. He can be the A.J. Brown in that team, not to that level, but he can do those throw the ball up and make a play Dontavian Wicks moments that Hurts likes to throw, and I'm excited for Wicks to explode in that offense for sure.
He's been getting he's one of those guys, you read the reports every time the Eagles are talking about their wide receiver room, Wicks is getting mentioned there in a pretty glowing review. I mean, it's always been fascinating with Wicks. Jaden Reed, I think, falls into that category too, where they're so efficient on like a per target basis. And then you're just kind of like, what would it look like if they actually got to run every route during the game as a full-time wide receiver? Where are you at on like the Golden versus Reed things? Because it's like Reed goes ahead of Golden pretty significantly in most of these drafts. And yet the team keeps telling us Golden's going to be the one out there in two wide receiver sets with Watson.
I think that's it. Like Reed, when he was drafted, I was like, oh my God, did we get our version of Deebo Samuel? Because you saw it in his rookie year. Like he can do so much after the catch, at the line of scrimmage, but he is primarily used in three wide receiver sets solely. And they love using a Romeo Dobbs, a Dontavian Wicks on the outside instead. Now those guys are gone, and I think they spent that first-round draft pick. They want to see the capital come back, and I think it's Watson who they answered the question with the money, and Golden as your two wide receiver players. And with as much two tight end sets as we run, I don't think Reed's going to see the field enough to be drafted where he is. He has the talent to. I just don't see it coming to fruition as much as I would like it to as a Packers fan. I think it's going to be Golden and Watson on the field a hell of a lot more, which eats into Reed's possibility to recoup you some fantasy value.
All right. There you go. Some red meat for the Packers fans out there. Squared item. This one should be easier than the logo. Q Will Shapley, not Will Shipley. Tony must retrieve a square-shaped item from his house to take who he wants.
I don't even need to move, Peter.
Okay, better not be a rectangle.
I don't even need to move.
Better not be a rectangle.
Coasters, baby. Look at that.
Square-shaped coaster. Look at
Well,
that.
well used, as you can see, has the stain on it from whatever coffee cup was there prior. Coasters.
It's, dude, I would have been in trouble. You know, I got my randomizer coaster here, but it is a circle. You know what? Actually, I got my best ball breakfast, but I don't know with the rounded edges if that would count. Okay.
I got a whiteboard from the Survivor Challenge that's still sitting over here. That's kind of, yeah, it's a square, give or take.
There
I
you
got
go.
a
All
couple
right.
of squares.
Okay. You know, you're going to pass that one. You're going to need to pick whoever you want. I am going to just spin this in advance so we have a little bit of breathing room on this second prompt here. A squares peg. Squares dishes on one free agent move from the offseason that won't work. That won't work. Otherwise, select Jalen Naylor. Which free agent addition is a square peg in a round hole?
It's a good question. That is a good question, because now I'm trying to think of like all the free agent moves that were out there and which one do I not agree with the most. I gotta say, I'm not sure if this was free agent or if they acquired him a trade. I don't know why Bradley Chubb is such a hot commodity on the outside, and I'm a little bit concerned that he's not going to return the value that people expect him to return. You know what?
Let's real quick make this pick, because you passed the first one here. Diggs, Keaton Mitchell, Chig, Hunter, Stroud, Cooper, McMillan.
We can go with Keaton Mitchell. I believe in the Keaton Mitchell value in that offense for sure. It's either, let me see here.
Give us an offensive one. I mean, I can't be having you coming over here with defensive players. Give me an offensive.
Great, because the second one I was going to give you was Devin Lloyd with the Carolina Panthers, because they paid him far too much money based off of a chancy single season in his contract year. I love the Tyler. Yeah, no, Tyler Algier. That's going to be the one. If we want to go offensive, I don't know why they paid Tyler Algier all that money if then they were going to draft Jeremiah Love. It doesn't make any sense in a team building perspective. It's a Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix on the RB level.
All right, who do you want
That's
to
what
pick?
we'll do.
Your Diggs, Hunter, Cooper, McMillan, Daniel Jones, Pacheco, Gadsden, Strange, Henry, Jawan Jennings.
Let's eat some McMillan. Let's eat some McBurgers right there. I'll go with McMillan in Tampa Bay, because I'm out on Igbuka a little bit, and we just took our 7th wide receiver. I keep forgetting this team is all wide receivers already, but hey, that's what we're doing. We're winning $32 with this team.
Yeah, and let's not forget, it should also have Tank Dell on it. It should have Kirk Cousins on it. But according to Underdog, this team has Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes, Bijan, Jeremiah Love. Don't forget, all you need is love. Keaton Mitchell, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Jahan Dotson, Xavier Worthy, Matthew Golden, Romeo Dobbs, Jalen McMillan, and Colston Loveland. Yeah, you need some more running backs and tight ends here. Mainly running backs.
Mainly running backs, indeed. But here's the thing, we missed all the running backs. I'm not taking Pacheco. I don't want any slice of Tajay Spears. Like, you know, that's just, I'd rather go with McMillan. But at some point, we got to fill out the roster.
Yeah, I know. And that's what happens in this range of the draft, where you do kind of have to be pretty patient and be like, I'll just fill out the rest of my roster, and then I'll finish with, 3 or 4 running backs at the very end, because all of them are basically the same at this point anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know. This team, based on the fact that it gave us Bijan at the start, and we're playing full hero running back, thanks to Underdog being so gracious to me, I think it's coming out to be a pretty damn good team. Like, if we put this in an actual contest, I think we'd have a pretty good chance.
We got our next guest after you, chirping you in the chat. Algier got $6 million a year. Never a fumble in the NFL. #value there.
I love Tyler Algier. I had him as the 3rd running back in free agency when I did my free agency rankings, but it has to do with the fact that then you're spending how much on Jeremiah Love. So now you're paying $6 million to a backup guy when you already have a bunch of people making money on your team. That $6 million could have been spent elsewhere. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like how it went down when they locked up Algier. I don't think the front office had committed to taking Jeremiah Love at that point. I think they probably spend a little bit less in that scenario or get somebody else had they known. They just kept looking at their big board, and they were like, this class isn't that good. Everybody says Jeremiah Love is the 2nd best overall player. I guess we just have to take him. We just got to do it.
Yeah.
And that's not even to mention they still have James Conner and Trey Benson.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Not all of them are staying there. Some of them are moving off. I guarantee they ain't all going to be on that team. One of them's going to make it to Detroit.
All right, let's spin again here. We will have PPR Tyler joining right after this draft with squares, but it is time to learn geometry. We're going to queue up Larry Round tree. Tony must name 10 plus non-square shapes before his next pick to take who he wants. This comes from Dan R. Can you hit us with some shapes here?
Circle, triangle, rectangle, octagon, hexagon, septagon, decagon. Is a line a shape? We can count that as a shape. How many agons are there? I did septagon, hexagon. Did I say hexagon, decagon, octagon? I don't know my Greek.
How about a Kurt rhombus?
Rhombus, isosceles triangle.
Oh, now we're gonna get into equilateral isosceles. Yeah.
A perfect circle. Did I say that? I did. Oval.
Okay, I think oval plays. Oval plays. You're at 9.
What else?
The chat has you covered here for sure. They're ripping it in. A tetrahedron, a polygon.
Tetrahedron. Oh, polygon. Great Pokemon.
A rhomboid. You should actually get that checked out, John. A trapezoid's a good one. A parallelogram.
Totally forgot of trapezoids.
Dude, this just took me back to 10th grade, like really hard. But
Totally
here's the
forgot
thing,
about trapezoids. I think
Tony,
that's
I've promised a moment of reckoning for the Kirk Cousins thing. The moment of reckoning happens now. You are going to get Larry Roundtree on this team. And we are going to spin again here.
No, I appreciate that. Hey, we do fill out the running back room with that, though.
That's right. All right, Larry Roundtree, come on down. Love is a battlefield. Cue a love. I mean, we already did that. Tony and Pete sing along to the Pat Benatar song until the next pick to take who they want. I mean, Pat Benatar, love is a battlefield.
Love is a battlefield. We fail. I don't know anything about the other than the chorus.
I'm pulling up the lyrics now here. We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching for our hearts for so long. Both of us knowing. Love is a battlefield.
Battlefield. We stand. I don't know the rest of it. Love is a battlefield.
I think this is what you do. I mean, this is what you always do, right? You just keep singing the chorus over and over again. Both of us
I know the beat.
Love is a battlefield. Are there any other loves here? Like, even if we fail this, who's the next love? Dominic Lovett. Leave it or love it.
Hey.
Love it or leave it. I think we failed this.
My younger brother's name is Dominic. I think we should add him to the team.
Dominic Lovett. Come on down.
Yeah.
Come on down here. You know what? The prompt writers, we watched the intro to the show. There's been a lot of singing here. I'm easing into the singing for this year. That feels more like episode 5, episode 6, singing Pat Benatar this early here. I mean, what did you say? It's 10 a.m., 11 a.m. on the West Coast?
Yeah, it just hit 10 a.m. and I'm always down to sing a little karaoke, especially at 10 a.m., especially for the people watching online. I'm sure it won't embarrass me in any way, but I need to know the song. And I don't know more from Love is a Battlefield other than Love is a Battlefield. So if maybe we had if we did The Power of Love, I could harp on that one for a little bit. If we did All You Need Is Love, could have harped on that one for a long time. But yeah, Love is a Battlefield, that one's tough. That one's not in the repertoire.
Steve says the other people in this draft will now worry if this draft is getting tossed. I will say, normally these $3 private drafts, I fill them with people from the chat. You guys let me know. I don't recognize a lot of these usernames. Are any of you in the chat in this draft? Or did we just stumble into a room where all of these participants have no clue why we just drafted Larry Roundtree and Love It?
Do they know something we don't? That's what they're thinking. They're like, does this team? I remember, I kind of recognize that name, Peter Ovazet. Is he onto something with Dominic Lovett? Is his Tesla hurt? What's going on?
You know what? That's what we need here. And then these guys are going to go into a BBM and be like, I just found the cheat code. All of Pete's real picks are taking place in these $3 drafts. All right, let's spin again here, see what we got cooking. Shout out again to the Randomizer production team, Lou Dog and Matthew and Nick and all the guys helping us get all of these prompts and multimedia and everything good to go. Mark as well. Tony Squareds, cue the next 3 bears in reverse ADP order. Tony must answer math problems involving Packer jersey numbers. This is going to be a multimedia prompt. I'm going to get set up here. Get 3+ right to take whoever you want. So I'm going to pull this off the screen. I need to get this set up here for you, Squares. Tony Squared. How do you feel just as I get this pulled up?
Terrible.
About you do?
Terrible.
Okay.
I'm terrible with jerseys. I'm terrible remembering what the numbers are. Other than the quarterbacks, I'm terrible at remembering jersey numbers. So if it's just like a Christian Watson face and I can remember what his jersey number is, we're in trouble, folks. We're in trouble. Math, however, I'm great on math, Peter. I scored I was one question off of a perfect score on the SATs in math. Oh, yeah. Squared? Is that squared? They're doing squares on me? So Jaden Reed, I think, is 11. So 11 squared plus Josh Jacobs, is he 8 squared? So 8 times 8 is what, 64? And then 11 times 11. Oh, God. So that'd be 110 plus 11, 121 plus 64, 180, 120. Yeah, 185.
Boom!
Bingo.
He nailed it. All right, Jade Reed, Josh
Bingo.
Jacobs talked out the math. Let's do this next one. Pick the prime number. Can only be divided by 1, A, B, or C here.
Oh, no. Let's go with B. Is that the prime number? No.
It's Sky Moore. Is this how I find out that Sky Moore is on the Packers?
Oh, he won't be for long. He won't be for long. But frankly, I thought that was Sky Moore. I have no idea what jersey number Sky Moore has on the team. So good for you on being number 23.
You didn't shout out your boy Tucker Kraft, though. I mean,
I know.
Did
you know why? Because I thought Tucker Kraft was 87. This is what I'm telling you. I don't know. I don't remember jersey numbers. So I was like 87. Yeah, that might be a prime number. And I was like, no, of course he's 85.
All right. What is the square root of this individual?
Square root. So that would be, let's go with 7.
Okay. Square root of 7. It's Bo Melton is 16, so it's 4. So it's 4.
God damn it.
Last one. Jordan Love to the third power.
To the third power. So what's that? It's 10 times 10 times 10. So that's 100. That's 1,000.
Correct.
Okay.
1,000.
Okay. So that's 2 correct.
Last one. Christian Watson to the second power.
Can't tell you. Is Christian Watson 9? So that maybe 9 times 9 is what? 90 minus 81.
81. You did pull that one out. Incredible stuff there. I am going to still give you a punishment here of Xavier Thomas, but you said you like Xavier Thomas, so maybe that's not a punishment.
How's it a punishment? I got 3 of them right. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take it.
Yeah.
We need a running back, but I'll take him.
This is penance for the the Tank Dell situation. Okay, quick. We got to spin again here. This one we're gonna have to do fast. Let's see here. Let's see. Come on. So you think you can name Q Charleston Rambo? Name as many eliminated so you think you can tout contestants is the round you are picking in or draft Rambo. We are in round 17. You have to name 17 eliminated contestants.
Emo Cowboy, Neil Farley, Zach McDonald, Mitch, Goofy Chicken, Nathaniel, Buck St. Thomas, Max, Trevor. What's that guy's? No, this is terrible. Did I say Neil Farley? I'm gonna go Neil Farley.
Yes,
Kurt
you
Rambis.
Did.
Who else is out
7
there?
more in 3 seconds.
That's a fail. Rambo, two teams in a row for Rambo. That's not fair. If that question comes to Tyler in like the second round, I'm throwing my TV through a window.
I love seeing, because obviously that you got to go for the low hanging fruit, the most recent people, but I love seeing like the deep pull. Like I didn't see you going Buck St. Thomas there. How was that name on the tip of your tongue?
You know why? Because I should have said Blizzy, because I talked to him with Blizzy, because Blizzy asked me like who got eliminated early that I thought could have made it farther. And I thought Buck, as soon as I watched that first episode where you guys were going through the auditions and then you had to do the bear case and the bull case, it's like I thought Buck was great. And as I was watching the competition, I was like, who do I need to beat to win this thing? And Buck was on that short list. I thought he was really, really good.
He is good. He's also started to make some fun videos on his new YouTube channel. Highly recommend checking those out. Sack in the chat was just on there. He's also been interviewing his mother-in-law for some of these drafts as well, which has been very fun. All right, Squares, we have one more prompt, and then we're going to bring on PPR Tyler for the final randomizer draft here. And we're going to do this prompt and then get popping because this is going to be I have a show at 2. These 30-second clocks, I haven't been used to how slow they are relative to the 20s. Okay, you get to close with the same prompt that Cups had to end with. So you think you can pout, throw a temper tantrum about the previous pick to select whoever you want in this round. Your previous pick was Charleston Rambo. do you want to throw a temper tantrum pouting that he is now on your team?
How dare you, Peter, give me Charleston Rambo when I got the numbers correct? I sat here and I get everything for you. I give you everything, Peter. I lay my heart on the table, and you still can't give me anyone but Charleston Rambo. He's not even in the league, Peter.
Hey, Tony, inside voice. I understand that you're having some feelings right now. I understand that you're going through some emotions. It's going to be okay. It's just a $3 draft. And guess what? I paid for it, Tony. It's not even your money. It's okay.
Peter, I'm sorry for raising my voice, but I do not appreciate you treating me like a child. I'm a 37-year-old man that can make my own picks in this competition, and Charleston Rambo was one of the picks. I am angry. We started off so well, Peter. You gave me the benefit of the doubt with Bijan. Now you stick me with Rambo in the end. You always do this.
Hey, I just want to say that you acting like this while simultaneously admitting you're a 37-year-old man is a really rough look. Okay, Tony? So I need you to calm down, and guess what? Rambo's gonna be fine. He maybe he doesn't get on the field, but it's gonna be okay. All right.
Doesn't get on the field. He's playing for as many NFL teams as me and you are right now. Why is he? The fact that he is on my team after you made me take Xavier Thomas, Dominic Lovett, Larry Roundtree, the last 4 picks, Peter. You've screwed me here. You've taken $32 out of my pocket. This is your fault.
Incredible. Let me know who you want for this this last pick, a ceremonial 18th round pick on a build it's 2, 4, 10, 1 build. You have just Loveland here as your 1 tight end. Who's going to close it out for you?
Oh my God, what was his name? I was just looking him up. Is it Joly?
Oh, Jolly.
Is that how you spell it?
Justin Jolly on Denver. That's a deep pull.
Yeah, let's take him as the TE1 in Denver. That's my guesstimation there after looking at what their team wraps up to be. And as Cup said, the fact that he had no tight ends, I think, until round 15, we got to take shots in order to win this thing. I'll take Jolly on top of that.
All right, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to enter this next draft that we're going to do with PPR Tyler. There's 4 more spots if you guys want to join us with PPR. But Squares, you are going to be doing After Dark with me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you want more Squares, tune into that. If you are a YouTube member, excited to learn more about Squares beyond just his love for the Green Bay Packers. Anything else you want to mention here on your way out?
Nah, man, Tony Square's NFL channel. We're going to be breaking down all the teams. Start with Arizona this week, predicting their wins on the NFL season. So I'm excited to get that started. We got a lot of teams to get through and not a lot of time, but we got to start it soon.
All right, there you go. Good stuff today, Tony. I will see you a little later tonight. Peace out, and welcoming to the stage a man who was on the randomizer last year, now back for a follow-up. Mr. PPR Tyler. How are we doing today, brother?
Doing good. Had a scrimmage this morning against not a rival high school, just a different high school. And that was kind of the first time we had to, go head to head against someone. So it was pretty fun.
Dude, I cannot catch a break today. We just pulled the 112 for this.
That's tough. I think our last one was like 10.
Just a 1.5, a 1.6, a 1.7. My goodness, man. It was funny because the producers, we were looking at some of the prompts we did last year. And I mean, there were, I feel like we've both lived multiple lifetimes since we did that show because there were so many things I did not remember.
Yeah, I actually watched it back like a couple of days. I was like, I just like wanted to see like what it was, and like I felt like my camera, I don't know, I felt like it looked worse. So shout out Davis for maybe changing nothing, but that was where the fridge. I totally forgot that's where the fridge bit was born. Was the whole fridge thing was that stream? Yeah.
And then you brought it back in the audition video. All right, let's get it popping though. We know we're gonna have to or let's get it popping, I should say, here to make sure we can handle back-to-back prompts. What do we got here for PPR Tyler? Okay, so this is the same prompt that we've been running for a few of the guests. It's called the Shipperlytics Tout Championship. We're gonna cue an NFC North player, pass pick 150. And in this alternate universe, Rambus is the one hosting So You Think You Can Tout. And you must give your submission for Rambus. It's not me reviewing it. It's not Mayo. It's Rambus, where the winner receives a home studio built out by the tech team. So how would you pander to Kirk Rambus with a submission?
Rambus, you need to have me in your competition because guess what? All I do every single day, I go out in downtown La Crosse and I find the 4 bars that are on one block. And I say, you know what? I'm going to get 3 spotted cows here, 2 Coors Lights here and maybe a couple Miller Lights over here. And then after that, we're going to go out there and we're going to absolutely destroy the lives of some bugs out there. We're going to find those grasshoppers. We're going to find those spiders. We're going to find those tarantulas, and we're going to give them hell. And then after that, we're going to come back and just draft Ashton Genty at the 101. All right.
Well, do you want to do Ashton Genty here?
Yep. We'll go Ashton Genty. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this next one fast here.
All right. Let's spin. We'll let this one bleed down here. Ashton Genty, come on down. The spotted cow's the way to Rambus's heart.
PPR Tyler, cue the next Buccaneer. Until the next pick, Pete and Tyler must talk like pirates and state the seaworthiness of each player as they come off the board. Who would you like to take here at 213, my lad?
Ashton Genty coming off the board here. He's going to walk the plank. We're going to put him on our fucking team. Now we're looking at maybe a little bit of Drake London here because this is Pete's $3, and I want a little bit of Drake London. This guy is so fucking big. He's so fucking good at the point of attack, and he runs routes inside like he's a fucking
Why
man.
do you sound like a pirate who's 4 inches tall? Are you a mouse pirate?
I'm not good at the pirate impersonation. I'm better at Trump and Southern. Those are my 2 lanes.
I just love that. I pictured you as like a little mouse being a pirate, like a little cartoon.
I don't know. I've never done a pirate before. I never really watched Pirates of the Caribbean either. So
yeah, you don't have to watch Pirates of the Caribbean to know what a pirate sounds like, though.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
All right, you do start with Genty and Drake London here. Are you part of the like pull the guy up to be unique movement at the 1-2 turn, like in BBM and stuff?
Yeah, I try. If I'm gonna do it, I usually like to do it with like a bring back. So like a couple of times, every now and again, like I'll go maybe once a month. I'll go Genty, Jeremiah Love, just for that week 17 Vegas Cardinals, or I'll do like I'm trying to think of like the other ones that are in that range. Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, that's another week 17. Although it actually kind of works because Chase Brown could actually catch some passes, so I could see that one kind of working out. But I don't do it all the time. Just something to get different. So, but yeah, I like pulling some guys up.
All right. Shout out to the chat. Index of Suspicion says we have matching white backward hats as if we coordinated last night over the phone. Yeah, I did call him and leave him that voicemail. This is actually a good comp. They say you sound like the parrot on the pirate's shoulder.
Yes.
There it is.
I can do a good Joker impersonation too. I can do that. I actually have a couple impersonations in my bag. The pirate is not in there though.
Okay. Tell me who should be our 3rd round pick as the Joker. You're getting a bonus prompt right now.
All right. All right.
You want to know how I got these scars? I really want T. Higgins because he's a monster and a fiend.
That just took me back to the guy who did apply to So You Think You Can Tout and was doing the Joker impersonation. And he's like, I'll be your villain. And then I did a call with him and he's like, yeah, actually I'm out. I don't think I want to do this. Yeah, that's what Mitchell just said. Yeah, the Joker guy. What a throwback. Yeah. That one was so funny. And then he sends me an email and he's like, yeah, actually I think I'm good. And I have not heard from that man since.
Shout out that guy. He's probably doing the flock submission now.
There you go. Did you do the flock submission?
Hell no, dude. You see what they're doing on there? They're singing and shit. You see that with a couple of those music videos? That looked awful.
What do you think we're about to do here, dude? We might have some singing and shit.
I can sing, but like that, I think that guy actually made it. And like here's what I think. I don't remember which guy it was. Shout out whoever that was. I think he like put it out there, and I think he thought it was like, yo, this is kind of hard. Like I think he genuinely thought that, and which was, it was a little bit of, I don't know, didn't like it.
That's always what with the blurs, the lines, like anything in that like Malibu Most Wanted territory or like the Lonely Island stuff where you start out like thinking it's a parody and a joke, but then to do it well, you have to commit to it. And then you start convincing yourself, wait, am I actually good at this?
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, their submission process is literally their show. Like it's just, they do 8 submissions.
Yeah, because then the league is the league.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, round 3, fridge or fridge. Cue the next 3 bears in reverse ADP order. PPR must state if an image is of a refrigerator or William the Refrigerator Perry. So this is a multimedia prompt I need to get going here. Let me make sure I can get this up. This is going to be a tight turnaround, but we can do it. I trust we can do it here. All right.
William Perry, number 72, I believe. I'm great at the jersey numbers on my squares.
Okay. Here you go. Don't look down below.
All
right. Okay. No, you're good. You're good.
I mean, this one.
Is this fridge or fridge?
Let's go Perry.
Okay. Nope. That's Whirlpool here.
I have a Whirlpool, I think. Damn it.
We have 18 seconds. Is this fridge or
Oh,
fridge?
that's Perry. That's Perry. That's a jersey. That's gotta be a jersey.
Correct. That's
Yep.
Perry. Another one here. Fridge or fridge?
That's the blue. They're going to trick me. Let's go Perry, actually. Perry.
Yep. You got it. Oh, near trick there.
No.
Perry or Perry?
Fridge.
Okay, you're good. So you're going to get the top. We're going to go back. I think there is one more here, but just in case, quick.
Let's go Perry.
That's the fridge. So you missed one. All right, you did get DeAndre Swift here. Shit. We need to do another prop. This back-to-back shit is killing me, dude.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's try this. We'll try this. Let's see what we could do. Let's see what we could do on short order. Loretto Lark's biggest fan, Q at 200 plus ADP QB. Tyler must name at least 3 players in their positions on the current Loretto Lark's roster.
Dude, easy. Ben Leitner, outfield bats leadoff. Brandon Brolin, catcher, bats 5th. And we got Tyler Maher, former league MVP, bats 4th.
Incredible. Well, you did get double bears there,
That's fine.
which, I think you deserve more. Now, this was one of the moments from that show that I didn't remember. And I believe it was you just go all the time and watch this minor league team play.
It's not a minor league team. So it's Minnesota Town Baseball. And some people, when I say it, they think it's like beer league. It's not beer league. So everyone in this league, it's pretty much you either are a high school kid who's going to play college baseball or you used to play college baseball. So it's kind of like, like a pretty competitive thing. Like the final, like the state tournament for this whole thing. It's been like a long standing tradition. Like it gets a couple thousand fans to go kind of for like the World Series of the whole thing. So it's a really fun thing. And like I said, I won North Star League Fan of the Year last year. I got to give a speech on the field. It was great.
Did you play baseball in high school?
No, I did not play. I sucked at baseball. Stopped playing in 3rd
I assume
grade.
you played football though, right?
Yeah, a little bit of football. Yeah, I wasn't very good either.
So how did you get into the coaching then? I feel like most of your coaches were like successful high school players.
Yeah. So the coaching, I came back from college and my brother's significantly younger than me. He's a senior on the team right now, the team that I coach. And I came back from college and I was like living at home right out of college. And my dad he coached my youth team growing up and he coached my brother's youth team growing up. So I just started coaching with him. Like my dad was just the head coach. It was me, my dad, and my brother kind of all, together on the same team, which was such a blast. And then that next year, he went to high school and I was like, I just want to keep coaching. I kind of fell in love with coaching that one summer. And I just went to the high school coach and I was like, hey, I'd love to just kind of help out, volunteer, whatever. Pretty much put me on the staff. I was kind of the bitch boy for the first 2 years, just like doing the film, flying the drone for film, like didn't really get to do any coaching. And then last year kind of worked my way up to sophomore head coach. That was my first year last year, like genuinely like having my own team and like kind of getting to run my own show. And so just kind of been moving up ever since then. So it's been a blast.
I feel like my high school was always like freshman team, JV team, varsity, a sophomore.
We have a sophomore team. So we have a freshman A, freshman B, sophomore, JV, varsity.
You have that many players to field 4 different teams? Wow.
Yeah. And then sometime if we get enough players, it'll be a sophomore A and B too. So it'd be 6 or 5.
That's crazy. All right, let's spin again here as we are going to have to move quickly. Get a date. Tyler must swipe on Tinder until he gets a match. Count how many times before a match. Take the player.
I'm not on Tinder. So I'm on Hinge, and Hinge it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
So you want me to download Tinder right now? It doesn't work like that.
No, how does Hinge work? I'm so out of the game.
You just send a like, and then it's like pretty much like someone like you like see it. You basically like. The guy sends the like, and the girl's like, we'll go on there later. And like, they kind of determine when you match. The guys don't get to determine that really.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a punishment. This is a fail here. Let's go. Let's do the next Minnesota Vikings player as our punishment here. It's going to be Jordan Addison.
I love Jordan Addison. He's great.
There you go. A real punishment here.
Yeah.
Let's see this next one. For the turn, Hinge or cringe, here we go. Tyler answers these 3 Hinge profile prompts.
Yeah,
Weirdest gift you've ever received, most irrational fear, the way to win me over. If the chat thinks Tyler is lying, take Mo Alley Cox. All right, weirdest gift you've ever.
This one's kind of crazy. One of my roommates in college, he gifted me his he was like, "Here, I don't need this anymore." And it's just a bottle of lube. And I was like, "I don't want this, dude." Fucking he left so he was leaving to go to the army. He's like, "Here, take this, dude." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." What was the second one?
Most irrational fear.
Most irrational fear. Man, I hate planes. Absolutely hate them, especially after this last weekend. 2 bad plane experiences. And Way to win me over. Way to win me over. Just watch football with me, and we have to go to. If we're going out to eat, we have to go somewhere that has wings, Coors Light, and pull tabs.
Okay. All right. There you go. I guess we will let you avoid Mo Alley Cox, Lamar, Tootin, DJ Moore, Brian Thomas. Lamar.
Lamar.
All right. Let's do it. What was the last thing? Pull tabs?
Pull tabs. Yeah. Love pull tabs.
Okay. That's part of your, that's the way to your heart.
Yeah. Yeah. I did pull tabs on a first date once, won like $100, pay for the date.
How did that go over?
It was great. I won. Oh, I don't know. You probably don't know about this. The last first date I just went on, my card got declined trying to buy ice cream. That was really tough.
What, like you didn't have enough money in your account, or like what was it?
It was like $16 ice cream, and my card got fucking declined. It was so bad.
But why did it get declined?
Because there's no money in there. There's no money.
Okay, so that was my question. You had it's a debit card where you didn't have
it was
enough.
So it was a debt. So here, that's all the story on the tower last night. It was a debit card, and I thought earlier in the day, like I remember I had $100 in there. I was just waiting to get paid. So I had $100 in there. And I was like, I'm good. And then I went in there and got declined, but I was quick with it. So then I pulled out the credit card. I was like, oh, tap never works on this thing anyway. So then I pulled out the credit card, tapped it, trying to save some embarrassment. But she also texted me like a day later and was like, I'm just not really feeling like a romantic connection. I wonder if that has anything to do with the card getting declined. So we'll see.
All right. I don't want to belabor this, but I am why aren't you just putting the ice cream on credit?
That's what they were saying.
Why are you using debit? Yeah.
Because I use I only like to spend a certain amount. Someone was talking about like a 30% rule or whatever, where it's like you only want to use this percentage. My credit limit isn't very high, so I only use a certain amount of dollars. And it was like toward the end of my statement type of deal. So yeah, it wasn't the end of the world.
Gotcha. I'm just making sure you're getting all those, the airline miles, the points, the kickbacks from those credit card reward programs, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the squads so far. We had the Genty London start. We had the double Bears turn, Swift Burden, Addison punishment at 60 because no Tinder on the phone, and then Lamar at 61. That'll play. Let's spin again here for the 6-7 turn. PPR Tyler randomizer. What do we have? How do you like my lighting? PPR gives us a tour of his apartment as if we are a girl he brought home, justifying his subpar streaming light setup in hopes of wooing a female. This is what you told Davis. You said you can't change it because this is how it needs to be for when you bring ladies back.
Do we want to do the phone thing again? I got it open right here.
Sure.
Want to do that again?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
You know what? Hang on, Tyler. Let's do this too. Oh, yeah, actually do it. Yeah, go for it. Here we go.
We good?
Yeah.
Let me mute my mic over here.
You're good. You're good. I can mute it. Okay. I think you're muted on both.
There's my kitchen. Here we go. Signed bottle of Grey Duck with Chad Greenway. That's me and my brother. Go over here. I guess we have to do a fridge. Got my supplements right here. Here's the fridge. Now
I care about the lighting. I want to know about the lighting. Why is the lighting how it is?
Oh, okay. So sorry. All right, here we go. So this is my lamp. So I'm right next to this big window. So I mean, this is right here. It's my bed. Kind of made a little bit, and then but it's this natural lighting right here that gets me.
Okay, real quick, who would you want? Sutton, Reed, Lawrence, Harvey, Rico?
Let's go Sutton.
All right, we're gonna get Sutton. I'm gonna spin again for you here. We are this one's gonna be tight, man. Oh, look at that. Inception. I see myself on the screen.
All right.
Okay. You gotta tell me a buddy comedy starring you and O'Hara where the pair are on the run from the Yakuza there. I assume we're talking Japanese mafia after being staked by the gang to max the flagship contest on DraftKings. Let me get you back on the screen.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, give me the prompt one more time. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
A buddy cop movie with you and O'Hara on the run from the mafia, and you're refusing to give up the first place prize. I'm a TV exec, and you got to tell me who you guys are going to take.
Dude, me and O'Hara were on the run, and okay, sorry. Let me see. People are on Switch Studio. You're on the run with you because they can talk about the gang, and so it's calling refusing to go the first place.
I'm gonna loosen up. Yeah. I just want to know what would a buddy cop movie with you and O'Hara look like?
Oh, dude, that would look like 22 Jump Street. Not definitely not the high school version, the college version. That's what that would be. Just us like going, and it's like he can be Doug McQuaid. He can be the guy I think it's Doug is the one who's like the wide receiver. That can be O'Hara for sure, and I'll be the nerdy Jonah Hill, just talking to the art major and, you know, just trying to in her studio apartment, the art major who ends up being the cop's dad or the cop's daughter.
I think O'Hara would probably be a pretty good wingman for you at the bars.
100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah. You know, he's willing to play point guard, set you up, make you look good.
Yeah. He better. He's the star football player. He was like Eric Decker.
What did O'Hara play football in high school?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Ohio State though.
That's true. It's true. All right. We have Lamar, Genty, Swift, Drake London, Burden, Addison. I think I just got to learn my lesson. I think we just need to spin early because it's just we've been too cramped here for style. Let's I got to step up my hosting game here. I'm rusty on the randomizer sticks. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. This is the Ian Hartitz Memorial Sprint. Cue the next Gang Green Jet. PPR must retrieve a vegetable before the next pick. There's like no chance you have a vegetable in your fridge.
Does salsa count? There's onions in there.
Dude, if you can pull out an onion or a piece of tomato, I think I might allow it. Does salsa count? That's so good. Omar Cooper is in the queue
might
here.
get messy. Here we go.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh shit. Oh god.
Yeah, get in there. Yeah. Get in there real good.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Okay, that's a pass. That's a pass for sure. All right, I'm going to spin again here as you pull out an onion from your salsa to get your daily vegetable intake. This comes to us from the Coach Speak Index, Coloring Books. Name 5 books or draft Charlie Kolar. You got to name 5 books.
Shout out Coach Speak Index. Absolutely bodied him in that Twitter debate. Let's go. The Odyssey.
Maybe the book that's the biggest movie at box office.
Well, I just saw it. I saw it in 7mm. Pretty good. The Odyssey. Let's go. Shit. Well, the one I just put on Twitter, Iverson. Jordan Rules by Sam Smith. Book of Basketball by Bill Simmons. And shit. What's the last other book I read? The Hobbit.
What an incredible list.
Davis fucking replied to somebody on Twitter today. They're talking like David Montgomery. He just replied to someone random and just said, "I'm just kind of out on books right now." Like doing my fucking live. Fucking Davis.
All right, we're on the clock. You did earn these 2 picks here. 1-2-5-0. Pitts, Myers, Goff, Golden.
Let's go Pitts. Let's go Pitts and Mason here.
Okay.
RB.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that definitely has to be a short of the 5 books.
I annotated the Book of Basketball. I love that book so much. I annotated. I had like the sticky Post-it notes, and I was like, I highlighted some stuff. Like, this is a good fun fact I want to come back to.
So you have you come back to these notes?
No, I don't know where the book is. I lost it. It's gone. I annotated when I was a freshman in college. I read it in like a week. It was like a 700-page book.
And you were probably not reading the actual materials you needed to for school while reading the Book of Basketball.
No, this was not for school. This was for fun. I read this one for fun.
No, I'm saying that you probably had actual college reading that you needed to do.
No, I was a journalism major. We're reading shit.
Journalism major, not reading anything?
We're writing.
Incredible. How was the Odyssey? I've only heard good things.
Oh my God, it was so good. we were so lucky that we were actually in, because there's no 70mm IMAX in Minnesota. The closest one is Chicago. So like just the weekend we happened to be in Arizona, we bought tickets like 2 months in advance. We got to watch it 70mm the weekend it comes out. It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
What were you doing in Arizona other than seeing the Odyssey?
4 of us, 4 of our my guy friends, we flew down to visit one of our other friends who just moved down there in like March. So it was kind of like a bachelor party weekend, except no one was getting married. Is kind of what it was.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And got to see the Odyssey. All right, let's keep these prompts rolling. Hit the ceiling. Pete pretends to be one of Tyler's players that he coaches. Tyler must give him a tough combo on why he's never going to change or mature. Otherwise, select Keenan Allen.
All right. What offensive player do you want to be? You can choose.
I'm a wide receiver.
You're a wide receiver.
I just want you to know, Coach, like, I know I was dogging it. My head wasn't in the game, but like I can get better. Like I've been working on my routes. I've been watching the route god, dude. Like I'm gonna be better. You gotta trust that I can grow.
Look here, little Pete. It's been a couple months, and all you have to know is the route tree. There's 9 routes on this route tree. All you have to do is memorize them. I told you to run a 3, and you ran a 5-yard out. You're supposed to run a 3-step slant, and you ran a 5-yard out. And then later in the game, I said, hey, you got a 6 here. You ran a deep post when you're supposed to be running a half moon. What are you doing out there? You keep telling me you're going to get better, but you just if I put you on the field, I have to be able to trust you.
Do you think that I'm capable of getting better? Because I am trying, but it seems like you think that no matter what I do, I'm never going to be good enough for you.
Look, some guys on this team were just given some gifts that obviously you just don't have. Okay, you're 5'8". We're putting you on the outside, and you just can't you can't even beat press coverage against a guy smaller than you. So you can't run the right route. You can't get open. You can't create space. What are you good for?
So I should just cease to exist on this planet. There's just no reason for me to be here. I don't offer anything. I thought you were supposed to be my mentor. I thought you were going to be someone who helped me reach the next stage of life, help me ascend to be a better person.
Look, Mr. Johnson told me what you were doing in math class, all right? I heard you talking, bad about the team. You're talking bad about me. And I just don't want to have that on this team. Again,
it's just hard for me to respect a football coach who wasn't even good in high school himself. That's really hard for me to get past.
I'm not going to lie, Pete. You got me. You got me there. That's the trump card. Hopefully none of my players are watching this show right now, because that'd be the trump card for sure. I got no response for that.
Let's spin again here. I'm out on books right now. Cue Ian book. Tyler must retrieve 2 or more books and tell the audience why they should not read each to take who he wants. Bring 2 books to us.
Got it. All right.
Where is it? All right. I do need to put Ian book in the queue for this one, but he does get to pick whoever he wants for the first of these 2 picks. PPR here. You have Lamar, Genty, Swift, Mason. You have London, Burden, Addison, Sutton, Reed, Kyle Pitts here. He can't find a book. This first pick isn't Ian Book. I just need to get him a player. I'm going to give him Keaton Mitchell. Hopefully, do you like Keaton Mitchell? You earned this pick, but you're going to time out. So
no, it's okay. I got 1 book. It's the Wyzetta football defensive playbook. It's the only book I have.
You only have 1 book in your house?
I have 0 books. That's the only playbook. I have the playbook. That's all I got.
Okay, so this means you do have to draft Ian Book, the quarterback, because you
Notre Dame. Shout out Notre Dame.
Wow. Okay, Ian Book, come on down. I did draft that. That is crazy, dude. If you're over here trying to woo ladies, even if it's just fake, just go buy a few classics down at the Barnes and Noble. Just pretend like you are someone who reads books. You got to have more than a playbook there.
This plant back behind me is working overtime. I'll tell you that right now, Pete.
Yeah. A plant does really signal to someone that you have your shit together. That is kind of the difference between. But I will say, what if instead of a randomizer prompt, a lady was like, for me to hook up with you, you need to procure 2 books right now. What's the play? Are you going to the neighbor?
I'm probably downloading Kindle right there.
The fact that you got to download it too, that's not already on the phone.
I'll just turn on like a podcast or like a history podcast. Can we watch? Hey, let's watch World War II in color for the 10th time in a row.
So when you say the plant's doing a lot of work, it's just like you're just like nudging, like you see that plant.
Yeah, well, it's proudly displayed right here. It's you know, I have a bottom shelf with a picture of me and my siblings, but no one needs to see that. Just see the plant. That's that's going to do more of the like you said, it lets people know that I got my shit together for sure. So a couple candles around too. Usually like the candle.
I don't know if the framed college basketball jersey kind of undoes.
Yeah. It's usually the ring light and the microphone. Like they're like, what is this? That's usually what it is, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have do you tell them you're a streamer? Do you play that card?
That conversation is usually like if the date's going well, we may slip it in there. Or it's usually like I would like to get at least 1 date away before we drop that bomb.
Yeah. Because once you do that, it's 100% locked that they're looking it up later.
Yeah.
Right?
So honestly, though, I feel like I actually haven't run into that as much. A couple people have. A couple people have watched like a Tower episode, which is probably if they were watching anything, I feel like Tower is the best one to watch because it actually is kind of entertaining. It's not it's still fantasy football, but it's a little less fantasy football. So if
Did
there's
you just say your own solo streams aren't entertaining?
No, they're entertaining, but it's like the tower is definitely like if I was gonna tell like a person who knew nothing about football, I'd probably have them watch the tower rather than my stream.
There you go. I'm trying to think like if I was in the flip side and I saw that, and a girl told me that she was a streamer, I would immediately be very curious about what they were doing.
Yeah. No one's been in the chat though. No one's ever chatted, so that's good.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would be quite the reveal for sure. All right, let's spin again here. Not a game. Cue the next Eagle. Tyler must provide a review of the Allen Iverson biography, including one surprising thing he learned about AI's life, not artificial intelligence, Allen Iverson, to take who he wants. What's the review of that book you posted on Twitter the other day?
Yeah, biggest thing, the practice rant, he was misunderstood. His friend just died. Like that thing is taken so out of context. Like obviously his more thing was like, we're talking about practice when my friend just died, but not the game. Like that's kind of what his whole angle was. Also too, this guy loved TGI Fridays. He would literally go after games and just like buy out like a whole booth or a whole section at like the Philadelphia TGI Fridays with his boys and just like party there until like 3 a.m. Like that's literally what he did.
All right, there you go. We'll pass that one on. AI just misunderstood. Get ready to learn Austin. Cue a Texan, 40+ picks past ADP. Tyler must read the entirety of the first page of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice before the next pick to take who he wants. I believe I have this somewhere here. But real quick, who do you want with this pick? You don't have to
let's go Trey Tucker.
Okay. Quick, let me get this shit. This was in the randomizer chat here, and I think I forgot to pull it. Okay, here we go.
It's like 50 Cent Floyd Mayweather.
I know. This is gonna be okay. I'm gonna share this screen. You tell me if you can see this right here. I'm gonna have you read just to the first picture break.
Yeah.
Let me make this as big as possible. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
here you go. Right here.
Yep. Okay. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. However, little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood. This truth is so well fixed in the surrounding families that he is considered as the rightful property of some one or other of their daughters. My dear Bennett, said his lady to him one day, have you heard that Netherfield Park is let at last? Mr. Bennett replied that he had not, but it is, returned she, for Mrs. Long had just been here and she told me all about it. Mr. Bennett made no answer. Do you not want me to know who has taken it? Cried his wife impatiently. You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it.
We did end up getting you Tank Dell because it the time had passed. But reading that, it sounds like you might be pretty interested in kind of picking that up on your own. I bet.
That's just the Odyssey. I'm gonna read that again. I read it in high school. I don't remember anything of it. I just remember that there was a Cyclops.
Well, I mean, when you were in high school, like for me, that was definitely a lot of Spark Notes era stuff. Trying to find the cheat. Did you have Spark Notes era?
Yeah, we were Spark Notes era. I never wanted to play this because teachers aren't dumb. Like they're gonna know you're using Spark Notes. There one story though, when I was in college, I was taking a history class. We had to read The Jungle. I don't know if you read that one, but one of the girls that I was friends with, she literally legitimately copy pasted from Wikipedia to do this book report on The Jungle. And how dumb can you be? She obviously got caught and she had to do this whole academic integrity, big thing at college, especially. It's she absolutely got the book thrown at her for that.
You substitute teach. So do you have to deal with any of the AI stuff and kids using that, or does that?
I don't give a shit about AI. It's their teachers that got to deal with it. I don't do.
That's what I mean.
I just sit back in the corner and watch Huddle. I'm trying to prepare for Minnetonka week 7.
Not beating the allegations that substitute teachers phone it in right there. Do you roll out we're gonna watch a movie today, kids?
I actually don't. So the hot take, I actually don't like the movies. The movie, because then you got to keep them quiet, absolutely quiet. That's gonna be harder in some classes than others.
Okay.
So usually if they have work time, they all have iPads. All right, something's on Canvas. Go do what you got to do, and then I'll be over here. So
all right, we have 4 more picks here. 2, 4, 7, 1. Elevator pitch. You're going to cue the next several tight ends. Tyler performs a monologue to the player he wants to take without naming them. You can't tell me who you want. In the same way he would talk to a girl of his interest in the elevator or similar space. If chat agrees to coffee later, take whoever. So I'm going to put some tight ends in the queue here.
Okay.
But the pick doesn't have to be a tight end, but yeah, I'm gonna.
We kind of need one anyway, so we'll do this.
Okay,
yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, yeah, this guy, my buddy, he just finished up at the University of Iowa. Absolute dog. He's got these long, luscious, golden locks of hair, and he's a big. He hasn't been the same the past couple of years since he left the city of Detroit. But man, does he have some upside in him still? He's back in Minnesota. He's in the Minneapolis area, and man, I think this guy. We got a couple of his other guys on the team here. I'm thinking that maybe he could be the one. We could run some double dates, triple dates action. I think you'd be very interested.
Yeah, and I like this idea. I'm picking up what you're laying down, but he's at ADP 168. We're going to pick at 180. If he goes here, you might need to have a backup option here.
Well, a good thing for you, Peter. I know your type. There's another guy with long, luscious
I was
locks.
going to say.
And that just seems to be your type. I know your last boyfriend, a little bit of the balding side, so I think you want to go for someone with more hair this time around, something to latch onto.
I will say, I know you said luscious locks, and I'm staring at Hawkinson and Dulcich, and I'm like, this does not narrow it down. All right, you passed that one. Who do you want to take?
Go Hawk. We'll go Hawk.
Okay, we'll get Hawk, and let's spin here. I was too busy thinking about luscious hair to spin again. Let's get one quick, hopefully. So you think you can name Q Charleston Rambo? Name as many eliminated contestants as the round you're picking in. So this is going to be round 16. I need 16 eliminated.
All right, Emo, O'Hara, Mitch, Trev, Chad, Goofy, Nathaniel, Neil, Zach McDonald, BBG, Updog, shit. The Buck St. Thomas, Chris the Candyman.
Oh, good pull. 13. You need 4 more. Or no, sorry, 3 more.
Who else am I forgetting now? I just can't remember who I said. I'm trying to think. Oh, Rick, Jiri. I think I got everyone from that week.
One more. It's Rambo time.
Damn it.
Oh my god. Bowser Rambo.
There was one person I was missing. Who was the guy in the Lions jersey that did the Bowers first day? I couldn't remember his name. Older guy. Guitar guy.
Yes. You're right. And God, now this is bad because I'm blanking on his name too. Guitar guy. Guitar guy.
Ian Lawler.
Ian Lawler. Good pull. Good pull. All right. We have 2 more picks here. The PPR Tyler randomizer. Here's the team: Lamar Jackson and Ian Book. Now talk about a nice 2 quarterback room there. Lamar going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Ian Book, 4 running backs: Genty, Swift, Mason, Keaton Mitchell. 8 wide receivers: London, Burden, Addison, Sutton, Reed, Tucker, Tank Dell, and yes, Charleston Rambo. 2 tight ends: Pitts, Hawkinson. What are you trying to do with these last 2 picks?
Probably gonna have to go at least one more running back. We'll see. I didn't say Rambus. That's crazy. Yeah, probably 2 more running backs here. Maybe a third. No, probably need 1 more QB. We only have Lamar. Sit and go. Probably 1 other QB.
Yeah. Let's see here too. Because there's only 2 more, we're going to spin this one. I want to make sure we can do 2 prompts with a little bit of cushion here. What is this one going to be? Baby Genius. Q Jonah Coleman. Tyler must name the schools attended by the top 3 quarterbacks in the 2024 class: Manning, Rivers, Roethlisberger.
Ole Miss, NC State, Miami, Ohio.
Wow. Way too easy.
That's
way too easy. That'll be the pass. Let's see for the last one then, because we might have some multimedia here or not. We shall see.
The big Bapple. I got some Bapples.
Oh, this actually went different. Okay. High school HR Tyler. We're going to cue Tyler Algier. Until the next pick, PPR plays one of the HR professionals at his school and interviews Pete for an assistant to the assistant coach position on the school's football team to take another player.
All right, Pete.
So I just actually want to get out in front of this. And I know that there's no experience coaching football on my resume.
Okay.
But I've seen some of the other kind of people you guys hire for these gigs, and it doesn't actually seem to be a prerequisite. So I'm just passionate about the game.
All right, Pete. Sounds like you're passionate about the game. What position do you envision yourself coaching if you were to, like, what positions can you coach, I should say? Because you might need to coach a couple.
I've always been so passionate about the literal foot elements of the game. It's called football, and I think me focusing on the kicking and the punting, I think that's where I'd really shine.
Gotcha. So the punting, do you think you could run maybe our punt team, or are you talking about just the punters?
Honestly, I want to try to convert all of the other positions to being punters and kickers, because I see the quarterbacks out there and I think their true skill is actually being wasted. In my mind, the whole team becomes punters and kickers.
Well, lucky for you, Pete, on this team, well, actually, what we do on this team is actually a little bit of a role punting. Maybe we're not really backed up on our own end, but maybe we're on, the minus 41, and we can't, it's fourth and long. What we'll do actually is snap it right to the quarterback, and the quarterback will roll out and he'll punt it. So you could actually be of use, maybe, teaching our quarterbacks how to punt, because I'll tell you what, some of them can't even throw, but I know some of them definitely cannot punt.
Can I tell you, I've done a lot of interviews with HR. They have never been this well versed in the mechanics of football. I'm just super impressed with you. Normally, I thought I was going to be signing some paperwork. You want me to do the Corey and Sorry stuff, but I'm happy to talk ball with you, Mrs. Human Resources.
Do you have any felonies on your criminal record?
I think the record will speak for itself, and if you don't get around to scanning it, it's no big deal. But I mean, what you see is what you get, man. All right. All right. There we go. The Human Resources, who knows the ins and outs of everything. 2 final picks here. What do you want? You want another quarterback?
Let's go with speaking of just absolute culture builders. Throwback to our best ball breakfast team. Let's go Jaden Blue on this team. Absolutely going to build up the culture of our running back room.
Okay.
And then let's get a QB. Let's get a fun one here. Let's go my guy Tua. Stack it up with London.
Wow, there you go. I mean, Cups was just trying to sell me on Tua earlier. Just take the risk. Clackety clack there. Final team in the books: Lamar Jackson, Book, Tua, Genty, Swift, Mason, Mitchell, Blue, London, Burden, Addison, Sutton, Reed, Tucker, Dell, Charleston, Rambo, Kyle Pitts, TJ Hawkinson. Honestly, could be worse, dude.
Could be worse. Honestly, not bad at all. That's a good team. You might win this. You might win this lobby.
Yeah. I need to get my $32 back. That is good for 2 different double dates for ice cream. If we were able to do that. PPR, we're going to do After Dark on Friday night at 8 p.m. Let the people know what else they should check out here as I run over to Ship Chasing at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, big stream tonight, Toxic Tower. We are live at 7 p.m. Eastern with Nick Ercolano from BDGE.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be fun. He's the last person on my White Whale guest list that I made like 3 years ago. He's the last person. We'll count him for the tower. And then I'm live with Chad Candles over on his show Friday morning. Chad, I always said, no offense, Chad's my favorite streamer. Super excited to chop it up with Chad. 8:30 Eastern a.m. on Friday morning.
I just actually had a call with BDG the other day. He's been watching the show. Show. Yeah. So excited for that. Great dude. And excited for you guys to have him on. Thank you to everybody joining us today in the chat. The debut of the randomizer. We had the new app. Got some bugs that I want to work out with it, but I thought it was a pretty decent debut. Cups, Squares, PPR all did great. Check out their individual After Darks. The Cups one is in the can. Obviously Squares tonight, and then PPR on Friday. And stay tuned for more So You Think You Can Tout content as we work on the finale, get these guys' pitches, all of that good stuff. We will see you next Thursday. The randomizer will regularly be on Thursdays going forward. I'll be sure to announce those guests as they come. Otherwise, looking forward to a strong finish to the summer with a nice little randomizer blitz. We'll see you guys soon.